890104 0248890104 and now say 0541 975740 eno aye ne line a obetimi afre na afei modi enkomo bebia wo bia no de beba the nearest station na order ne se on saka no aye before open justice mo ahodo ye the players ehye na ye the supporters mo enso hye so open mako and now open ododo or contact the shop JDA wonsa ebetimi aka 0248890104 0541 975740 the shop JD the numbers and so no way eso aniegina na yako amonone Wallinti Yametefo and I for Quaba Biamian Twasso, you're too far. Yako Amonane, and remarried a ball, a liga, a ball draw. Omo complaints no AAP, almost referee, SSC Omo. Ningnan said, Omo Enya clear penalty. Real Madrid, you ever hear Omo penalty appeal no? Madrid H. Remois, clear case of handball. Real Madrid handball, I'm a penalty appeal no. I'm a GD passer, Nelson Carrefour, edge penalty at the momo. Nina no aye Brahim Diaz, sa shot no, and yeah or Kessben. So inti clearly about defender inside our box no. Now so referee no 1J and up a hon soa. Real Madrid H1 game my course wa. I'm a ball draw no. Real Betis, I'm a go no so. Nini kwan senke jina because foul on Ferland Mendy. Enti Rebetis omugo no ana yehwe enti Anthony formerly of Man United yehusa also Ferland Mendy nsa atwe na hwefom Vanum po intervene enti referee incident mienu wetetru pa ana Madrid e de boref na chi pa se wanya de wachi momonsa ama enno ball no aye draw game way na eba na wie ya no sawo and I mad de consider sa go ya aircraft foul. Ye be sa Abelua say key incident see no Betis go and remember the penalty apin hu ni say Abelua say a clear penalty clear case of handball Betis for go no so ni kwan senka ejina mo bi ntie nsem a Abelua edi tuja Wallinti be try near the Abelua interview they are so name Rebetis and so chiruma senka penalty boni ma komom na enya ne kane enti be he Rebetis amongst a penalty appeal the game there yes start here na and just a little over 1 minute almost the second minute and Brahim Diaz or yes control ball and a ball inside referee no agent hope mam her Kessben television no referee no any Brahim Diaz and a born inside then so referee ange penalty and Betis for say Real Madrid omunya sunu ntetemu no e dede kwa because penalty no kai umwa kwamubom na edin kan enya ne kane na Jose Luis Sanchez oye adwuma na wo enchingrito wa kire mu say enra officiating of course no grato anko ye kra the officiating any Real Madrid go no legitimate dem Betis for the there nani kwan senke gina Real Madrid so enya penalty or say very very shameful embarrassing na a total disgrace season after season Real Madrid the officiating egu omanimase na very very shameful way and in some Jose Luis Sanchez etujua game no air course no killer Mbappe signal Real Madrid coach Abelua say onye nim free mu ye mu kire say Mbappe ni prano and said anye prebia just overload na che say with time no World Cup no strobia nim ono de obekọ enti eno time a science enyin film na ye our Kessben television so Guti Real Madrid legend ye be say coach Ben na take over Abelwa de okọ why na emranko for bo Jose din say ka Jose ba ka ebetimi aboa Guti say Jose or a very good manager name ne time no atwamu dadada Real Madrid enkope a new manager, different manager, Jose dear, wabedi me eko oya dear, no doubt. Name emprepren dear, Real Madrid and so hiano, and then a Barca for airball, say Barcelona, Edin Kunima, or my best stretch lead no, Eddie I call 11 points. So say Madrid up one game more, points gap no, about 8. because of Enra draw na Madrid boy and Barca din kunima omo be stretch it na the accord 11 points difference na gradually Barca league no omo janesa Enra and Lamine Yamal FA La Liga player of the month April and Pau Kubasi FA young player of the La Liga in the month of April inti Enra and Lamine agena baso body kese too bad we pray remaining games or La Liga ono enso entimi and more yenwura mu ewo Julian Alvarez from Enra Ebesin Nadie and Nampa say ni agent and in Nuanom ewo Catalonia Barcelona Chrome Honoma or more accommodation ni nanom aba yo abra ya link boy ne say Barca for no enti Enra beto dwa sene Nuanom accommodation ewo Catalonia Chrome de na chese abesi so sampa boy ne air force a move and so no pay ne entourage ababontin abedi na ise no krobia enim omo empeden bia ewo Catalonia omo enso ekrom honomo yenwura mu ewo Chelsea aso ye omo ebo FA Cup omo list interim manager Callum McFarlane wakasa yebisa nse oni Liam Rosini akasa no so oni Liam akasa Liam yanadam for pa do say oba club no before his arrival na onim no nanso amane be kan technical team ho a oye so grateful enye de se coach Elusin adwuma oni nakasa all phone so onim so nya a proper goodbye edi my players ne dia but oni Liam edi nkomo.
Have you spoken to Liam?
I spoke to Liam.
Did you? And did he have a chance to say goodbye to the players? Because obviously it was a day off, wasn't it, on Wednesday when the club parted company with him?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's done that or how that's been done. I spoke to him on the phone on Wednesday, it must have been, I think it was.
And how was he?
Yeah, he was good. It was a good conversation. I've got a lot of respect for Liam. I didn't know him before he came to the club, and he welcomed me in brilliantly and made me a part of his staff. So I have a really good relationship with Liam, and I'm gutted that it hasn't worked out.
Have you spoken to Liam?
I spoke to Liam.
Callum McFarlane and I confirm say on Liam Rosini and Edinkomo. You be saying say Charles situation what is actually wrong. Or say any press I say no we can they call right and they call wrong. Ni focus a FA Cup game against Leeds.
It's not my place to say what's gone wrong or what's gone wrong or what's gone right. It's my full focus is on Leeds. I've got a massive game on Sunday, so all I am thinking about is Leeds as a team, weaknesses, strengths, our strengths, our weaknesses, and how we're going to prepare for that game. That's literally all my focus.
You say that you don't want to.
With 5 matches to go wrong in the EPL, why not G League? Man City 70 points, Arsenal 70 points. Arsenal bought this weekend in the Premier League. Man City bought FA Cup, so no Premiership game for Man City. Arsenal, on maybe cut back to the table, top. On be stretch it by 3 clear points before Man City ebebo. Na Gabriel Martinelli say Arsenal come on yade and come on Nasro hobby. Omo da structure say omo yade, omo ogide pass a Premier League way, omo mom ana ebegie.
And just full belief in ourselves, and we didn't get to this point being top of the league and playing a good football because of other people, and it's because of us and what we've been doing the whole season. So we know how to get there, and we want to win the title. We want to put our names in the history of the club. So we're gonna just try to do the same, and in those 5 games it's gonna be even more. So as I said, everyone believes in ourselves inside of this football club, so we just have to show this on the pitch and just give our best for this badge. Just full belief.
Gabriel Martinelli, Arsenal, when Gano Anna Yatirinka, and you know Kwana Kasa, Arsenal, so yeah. William Saliba, French, no so bomber Arsenal, or so about the Gunners, no 4 years, and ye. Well, this second, Emerson say occur a step further. Or see it's been a while Arsenal edge Premier League, you know. Now, omo players no dear, omo do mon come up say 5 games no, ye mon we no, na omo ne better through because a year omo hua. Some of the Arsenal edge Premier League competition no dear, and ye fall a more than dear. Then so a very massive success Arsenal for, and so etimi edge the Premier League na. Now, when running Enra. Anima United, Omo captain Edin Komo, no de to Bruno Fernandes and him say Afuwe will catch any plane, say PFA. Wono anebenya PFA player of the year. Footballers, you know. Omo mama dem so no ono mom na abasobode Kessben no ebekọ ade amane pawei and some we running and so ade atudwa ana slot Liverpool manager ana all demanding say Liverpool players no and gather momentum and say omo blow hot and cold and then omo yadi ochina na mo dem on aba form and say omo so a na omo dum omo my doom shot performance mo dem on e form players no come ho na weekend wey omo any Crystal Palace there. I also Liverpool ultimately share because so no also secure a place next year UEFA Champions League no yanko Chelsea aso ye na unim say Chelsea hierarchy no internally ebi mo kan say aden na niam anko yemfa Jose Mourinho emra nanso Jose din ba ya pe ebi mo nso e wa adwene say there be Jose Mourinho waba akọ no asaba ni kwansi e man opportunity e man the third time Real Madrid empe Jose ne return sanso and akwa Chelsea nso a omo hierarchy no omo enya so much convinced say at this particular point omo e de Jose Mourinho ba eno enso ebetimi aboa enti Chelsea fans no mo pe Jose and am pe Jose Chelsea penny for no dey omo say a no situation omo emfa Jose enso emma edi ba ko a ebeto odwa so betimi akwa Chelsea as a manager Fabregas say so far the onion hum kra rumor links na eka say oko Chelsea also no ni focus our games aka komanim in the Italian Serie A anything less than that no just say be absurd be crazy so no ebe jai match some bono ho na wakwadwene Chelsea omo enso adwuma Manola Kanji Man City defender Apollo Eddie Ama Inter Milan na at the end of the season no wa catch Inter Milan say omo Man City nin komo because City Chrome there one ko obiem on Manchester for no omo awie Man City club no they also ye no wa ye obeso sina kan da Eddie Ama Inter Milan enti omo team strike din hwemu kire say 50 million pounds and no sika ebetimi exchange hands Bruno Fernandes say World Cup here on Portugal Ecuador de ben de pan say Ronaldo obeja bobo no obetimi aboa ama Portugal age World Cup into World Cup we there omo nyina no ebebo Eddie Ama Ronaldo said be ya obeja bo ne bono na just the ultimate no and nsa enso atimi aka na oni say Chelsea Liam Rosini akoe no besi ene na yenyanya player bia wode message about bontin say oh manager obeboa ye anye ye into okwa ye de wase no Chelsea player and from Enra na or the message about bonting e beto on 10 video no say player bien wa or the message about e be the farewell to the manager now okono and Rhys James captain no echo social media na okoka say thank you Mr. Ewo ne IG Rhys James and the message ring and so a buy nti before Enra there na yenti player bia and so enka Hendrick Real Madrid player Obolo at the Amalion or call you no a fa papa ne papa say oh Hendrick afei was Serbian nani ajepa o Madrid no nya ball bi monti na oye so sad tell me bia na o hye ne one corner or say Hendrick ne wife will play key role ama boy no and Obolo el France omanyo manager because World Cup no boy no etro say ya there finalist Carlo and Famra no na ne din ensu ewo mu Benjamin Sesko na Bob no Fernandes abaso say or any teammate on fa ne agro because abribia no omodi komo Bruno capito ne ban ho ka chance as striker also she goals ne bom say goals no ema nyanto boase mema ho mpre enti a football there Bruno Fernandes Eddie man pano we no support on say ogidi pass afiwe no premiership player na bobo to say Bruno enti PFA player of the year no enko eman Bruno Fernandes Chelsea empese Wulan Estava mprempren obekọ Brazil say okosan ho yade only say na ka Chelsea pese boy no aye surgery name boy no agent Emma Chelsea ti say oye surgery obame se World Cup no nti command nko Brazil Chelsea force ye ti ase se boy man nko ye surgery name so be Brazil eni mu ya de yentam do nti ontwen kakra na medical team no so enye ne ho adwuma weekend we AC Milan any Juventus ebo ewo Italian Serie A no na Pavlovic ono eye AC Milan womo a defender or say ono aye AC Milan defender and or say Juventus o many money there enkanja attackers no omo nka se omo money e wo form pa Nemom omo respect obosonko ema the entire Juve team do say omo attack no very weak nanso AC Milan omo obuo de ema Juve players no enne game about so no de omo na ebetimi adi nkunum Luciano Mugi former director ono so akasa you be the difference between Juventus and AC Milan and I say in terms of a year on paper there AC Milan team no much stronger nanso anyama ekoye pa for Juventus that's a Spalletti Juventus team no build the power into Juve team wow say on paper AC Milan very strong they be taking the chances no and as a match Barcelona ono enso ebetim adinkin Premier League no for say ayeka Arsenal for entimi and Mikel Arteta say we go again last week and anko ye and Man City be some ho a this week so omo ekobim nyame adoma league no betimi agi.
It's not the pressure. I mean, for me, it's an absolute privilege to be in this position. For me, pressure are different things in life. And we're going to prepare in the best possible way and create the right environment and context for the players to go and express themselves and give their best. And we are ready. We are ready. We are prepared. We want it so much. We have 4 games at home now till the last end of the season. So all in, we go for it. And let's see what we get.
We go for it. Arsenal last 5 games. Omo move 4 fie. Then Premier League no omo ebetimi ajo. Omo bebu mu emu Mikel Arteta and Premier League EPL. 1 game eba so ekoye embarrassment complete. Emma the home team. Sunderland and omo tifie woto. And now omo jigu omo ho. Nottingham Forest share omo by 5 goals to nothing. Say there Nottingham Forest omo safe Premier League no because say more I was throw 5 goals no and ye show our Kessben television. So another games are so Premier League no Fulham and Aston Villa, Liverpool and Crystal Palace, West Ham, Everton, Wolverhampton and Tottenham, Arsenal and Newcastle and so Ebeshia oko English FA Cup na Chelsea and Leeds United na Man City and Southampton omo enso abo wey English FA Cup semi-finals yenko Germany and RB Leipzig omo winning by 3 goals to 1 and then on your games are so VfB Stuttgart omo and Werder Bremen, Borussia Dortmund trying Freiburg Manchester so the German Bundesliga and so no na enyo monko and so ana other games so so pa Augsburg and Frankfurt, FC Cologne and Leverkusen, Heidenheim and St. Pauli, Mainz and Bayern Munich, Wolfsburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach, na Hamburg and Heidenheim omo and so abo yenko Italian Serie A and Napoli omo 4-0 say league no be kona wie Napoli for ama omo homo so pao Serie A no omo entimi enje na so mbese omo edi security enra o Italian Serie A match course no ana yewe Kessben television so Cagliari ekolusu 4 Napoli goals no yewe and then any ochina Fiorentina Sassuolo, Genoa any Como, Torino Inter Milan, AC Milan any Juventus so ana ebebo Parma any Pisa, Bologna any Roma, Hellas Verona omo any Lecce and so ana ebebo Italian Serie A yanko Spanish Premier Liga enra game so Real Betis any Real Madrid ball draw 1-1 Madrid and a strike first and no Vinicius Junior na anya the goal Hector Bellerin yebe poor match no and take up our Spanish La Liga no na ene na games are Barcelona Deportivo Alaves and Mallorca, Getafe and Barcelona, Valencia Girona, Atletico Madrid Bilbao, Rayo and Sociedad, Red Oviedo because it's a club no welcome Elche, Osasuna and Sevilla, Villarreal and Celta Vigo and so and Yanko French Ligue 1 and Stade Brestois and RC Lens draw 3-3 and then any ochna games so Lyon any Auxerre and get any PSG, Toulouse any Monaco, Lorraine any Strasbourg, Le Havre any Metz, Paris FC any Lille, Rennes any Nantes na Olympique Marseille any OJC Nice so any Ataso we more any games are so ewo amonone emrani edwane pa amonone nsem no yemfansia na yenko Dr. Amagashia so ye bedi nkomo kakra na Sergio Laka and they came BYT and abejefo aka atake over memo akwaba
mejuso bro
Dr. Amagashi Asoye again and some of the brain
Dr. Amagashi see ochia obi biara and anopay what the nchia kesi free all the 6 or 8 branches Emma obi bia Tony doctor say oh boy juma and Dr. Morrison on a manager or a melcro say ochia pa Dr. Amagashi see yade bay and a house sunsuma na se honemu but modern say will be 2 anamon abana suye na 2 anamon ni nyina ne se obe fa ne number ne egu afidie no ase no na woni doctor abompu ne mpu na woni na adi nkomo ne yade bia hawa ye tete o ye twetwe o ne yegu anim ase na ebusuan pokura yi wontonkran no se yade ye wa sebi eburu na hunu de wodo na onyankopon so checha adoma chede no se da bi Dr. Amagashi me de enhahamani enubra ma say fako ewiase amansan nyina ne kosa enipa de yade ema enipa enya ahwodene Tony se wo nipa bia ne se wanhwe ne ye se pe ewo wiase mu hanom ne se ohwe ema yade ekun efiri atiasefo asase so de a se heaven na ye konyankopon nkyɛn ne de enya de a obekobi efiri se onyankopon bo nipa no ohwe hunu se enipa be home enipa be didi enipa ebeda enipa be ye niema bebre ahomere beba yade beba enti the book of what Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 9 coming down was muni dua na ba na momfa na haba anye dai ensa yade na kyerɛ se Bible na se ka wo Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 was monhwehwɛ na mo behunu mmom no obehini mo no wo de waye wadwene se ensempa onyankopɔn ade enam adifo ne asofo no bi so ekokyire agu Bible mu no enya de awudi onyankopɔn de enhyehyɛ so because Bible no kra me ete ase city ohoyi ayesene de aforebo yade bi ti wo widie ma etetew wo sɔre a na wani so ebriw wo sɔre a wo sɔ ade ma na wo ho wo so wo sɔre a wo se ananse aye de akyew wo kyiri kase yawo ya emuvyew unompemu evyew obi anya stroke edadem ade ne hyase ne bɔne nkaye otia de so a na ne na ye man sebi eburu obi di fufufunu ato ho no ma ne nan akotie ma na yaka banku ni ate bi ato na ne nan ye dai atie mu no na ne nan mu aye dududu etoda na ne nan mu aye hyehyehye oso ade ma na ne nsa ye dai afemfem no wo hye eyi nani ye dai afiri ho enene ama stroke aye dai abegye enti se stroke abegye wo de a sebi eburu doctor otimi to stroke ase ema unbra enhahama ekeka bi bom manitimi ko ema otimi ekeka ho etimi beye te se normal no eye Dr. Amagashi for woni kire Dr. Amagashi asoye yade a ebetena wo so a sebi eburu aye kwankro wono omu wo gidie bi ewo Ghana ha na so mama amanfo influence wo se HIV eni aduro bia no sebi eburu wo ma hwehwe no wo ma musa no wo mu hwehwe ye no wo busa ye eba Dr. Amagashi asoye no nyankopon nam Dr. Amagashi asoye so etu obi a HIV aye no emfie bebre ogusu etu enti abusuafo maye ntena ho ma abrofo emedada ye se HIV eni aduro na emom ewo aduro efiri se wuntu anamo ma Dr. Amagashi asoye HIV Dr. Amagashi kura sam yeti ase se HIV ne bi wono ma eye sunsumu enti wono nani no hye no na mfidie so scan ne hwe no so wo hunu so obi na de HIV no ene mawa ene na Revelation chapter 18 verse 6 wo se mo tua enipa so eka mienu anane miensa so no yenso yenhwe ne yeso yentua wo mu so de eka bi enti Bible na eda hono no ayinsem bebre yedai ewo ma yen consider obi a o manipa ho nyadai entono okay the book of Luke chapter 19 verse 27 ensemfie bi wo ho wono omo sori omo haye wa abrabom de yade animguase ohia ne asetena mo eniema enkoye etoye so no Yesu Kristo oka se enipa bi a won pese wo bedi ne so hene ada hema no fa ne bra Dr. Amagashi aso ye ne beku no efise Dr. Amagashi obeti enhahama enu nubna wo hwene se wani no ne wa sunsum na eta wachi no wodi nani ni hwe wusu wotimi saa yade no e de komanipa enti emema mabo adabridwo mo mema sam entimi nyeye Dr. Amagashi akofa powder surunku bi e de aba wo sabi na odi gu anum ene mema sabi eburu o mema sam enkoye sabi oni wo ba bi ko hyiai amwa akonya gonolu akonya syphilis sabi eburu amaye se wo mema sam no entimi enkoye enyina so for woni kire Dr. Amagashi asoye no de obai wa besoye emema ama ne mema eho ye de esepei bema bi wa ne bema atwean ko hyew eno ho ase enwa bema e kom de ne bebo so me enwotwe sabi eburu bema bi wa de bema ayete se enkruma ayese katrevin ayese sabi eburu sonsono ayese domonkapu wa no fo ni kire Dr. Amagashi asoye no wonkeka nubna ne hahamanye dai emom ne nyankopon fa no so ma wo mema sam nyi se bema se o mema sam enye ya sabi eburu ayese ana wo kire oba ne se omfa kwai bi so because Bible no kura me yete ase wo the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 30 wase wo be ware oba ne nam se wuntimi ne nanti barima bi ne be yedai ebeda amna yedai ashew ebesa nsoso oba na wo sa ne te no mema sem no eso ate na ashrenke ashi ama ese ne wagba da brijo no sebi bru be ma oba no akai the book of Ezekiel chapter 23 verse 20 wase ebasa be ma oba na kai ne mpina bi odi ka ne hia ya ne barima te se de afurumu na ne ho ba ete se oponko ho de ensuo enti emema mobo adabrijo amodi nsem bi yima no ewo mpa no mumfa mani nkyere Dr. Amagashi asoye na o mamu enura betima mamu mema sematima yedai etima gina ye amamu sumatima yedai oba bi ahia bema wo mpa so a oba ne pese wo bɔ ne nsa no se de ebe ya wo hunu so ne bema na yedai sha na ye bɔ ye nsa no ne me asoso ani yedai eje no na ye Dr. Amagashi ena yedai asoye entimi nua no mesre so obefa number no 0547 04 43 07 0547 04 43 07 man so asabi eburu ahemfie honom no sabi ho na mema ebefa yede ho na mema ebedwodwuo mu kra ho na mema ebete atenka papa ewo wiase ma wiase yede no ahemfie ho sabi klamidia na odepu abi aha ahemfie honom ama oba no ne ho efa ye nanim enyam ye nesimu gre oba utimi no se wo nofo utimi se nanim yetadwa sabi hunu oba ni a tuntum kokko eba sabi eburu ade bi egu na che aye ne to hwe oba na ntu sabi eburu na wo mini mu ye tokontokom sabi eburu ekoma de oba na awotwe no wadu obi a wo ka koko na sabi wo che ko sika wo du wa peso ye de woto bi de nanso oba ye fra na sabi eburu wase bra ene echira sabi ahemfie ho enye fo ni kire Dr. Amagashi wo na enka bi eba waso ye ho enka bi eba ahemfie ho no sabi eburu wo raw pant na wo de se ho no ma na nwansena eto agu so obesi pant no na ade bi abesinsa emfimfini ho no aye green ebi aye kokko ebi aye tuntum ebi aye yellow sabi eburu wanya haw enam sentini se be ma pokura ne okwa akohia wo saate eyaw enti wakonya be ma ni monyamfo bi sabi eburu wabo ho ka no no akɔhyɛ ba bi esese mogimoni no be ma ne pese wo penetrate a wobonu se na wo twetwe wase basa ma anigye nyada ema enti Dr. Amagashi aba edi ama ema sabi eburu mo wo menstrual problem nam sa wo spiritual problem wo sunsum ne honamu oba bi wo nso sabi eburu be ma na wanya no nko be bwanka na se won ka bibia ni honom nanso be ma no pese woni ni hia no otwetwe ne ho efiri se sunsum no obi eware no fo woni kire Dr. Amagashi asoye na Dr. Nyankopon emfa no so no nya dai emwa wona sabi wo mafu ayadotwe sade ene amaman adore wo mu nipadua no ene de Dr. Amagashi akofa eduro sunkum bi di ayedai abane ahama sunkru bi mombra na momena ne cholesterol ene srade a adore mu nipadua mu asikyire a adore mu nipadua mu no ema mema monigye ne nyadai enwie peye enti mfo mani nkire Dr. Amagashi na bema de ensese wofu eye kese because eyo ba ne sese onyemma na fu yede eye kese nanso ne sese de wofu ayadotwe untimi ntumirika no ayede ekutu otuni na mpokura sabi eburu na yese wo twa dangore no opeso ayede wo tuhwe enti mema sabi srade adoro wo mafuma ama munsum ntimi enne mo yerenom enhia ama mani ntimi nyiye no sabi eburu mfo mani nkire Dr. Amagashi asoye no ma menubra ne hahama ama munsum ntimi entiapo obadi won so ananka ne form o FSA ye fra bi Coca-Cola ship ene ye wo ba wo gina so ye pa nanso sese wo ba ne nafu aye se de chai akoto ajapade no so ade mema pese wo mo hwe no oba na fu adore srade se tam because ema paade a ede ema paade a emu eye dokodoko ema paade a kire se anytime bi won pese wo bete ya fra woni kire Dr. Amagashi aso no wonna ne srade ne amaman ne wo yefuru no mu na wo ship no enyimra ne se wo bo dampem ne se sabi eburu wo twade so abobɔ ntoma abɔ so powder be ma nani hu a nani ayedai agye ho nanso sese de wo mo wafu na aye puku no wo mo wafu na aye kakraka asa de yabɔ odua no akata de ne sunti be ma no kura nani nyedai anyinti abusuafo yade bia ɛha wa ɛyɛ ulcer pressure ɛnɛ pressure ekum nipa asetena mu nneɛma abusua mu nsɛm ntino ama mɛɛma ne mɛɛ nyina pressure kɔsoro yade a yɛ one of the silence killer ɛwɔ wiase ɛyɛ pressure mesrɛ bɔmmɔden sɛ wobɛtu anam aba Dr. Amagashi aso wotra ma pressure ɛtrɛw nipadua no ma saa de stroke ba ɛsɛ atimi ha wɔ akɔnuasa nyinaa mu wɔn na sɛbi eburu henia ɛha wɔn mu wɔn no ma so efiti wɔn ma pass koko ɛda wɔ nipadua mu ɔsɔre a no ɔkwan ne mirim obi screen odware a na ɛne ho da so yɛ ne hene wɔte wɔ kakra bi a na wabɔ ne ho nam wɔn na sɛbi eburu wɔn anya halitosis wɔn manum ɛbɔn wɔ kasa na sɛbi eburu obi ɛtwe ne ho ayɛ dɛ afiri hɔ yɛmfi ani nkyerɛ Dr. Amagashi aso yɛ na wɔn fa tumi a nyankopɔn de ama no wɔn hahama ɛne adusɛm no ɔmfa ɛma yɛn wɔn na wɔn liver problem wɔn prostate cancer ana sɛbi eburu wɔn asthma ɛha wɔn wɔn fibroid ɛnso ɛda wɔn so yɛmfi ani nyɛ dɛ nkyerɛ Dr. Amagashi aso yɛ wɔn syphilis ɛha wɔn mɛɛma wɔn anya gonorrhea sɛbi obi wɔn anya stomach ulcer ya aduane tɔ ne yam sɛ ya na ne yam yɛ dɛ ɛhyehyɛ no yɛn nyinaa mfi ani nkyerɛ Dr. Amagashi aso yɛ wɔ abra yɛ frɛ number yi ɛyɛ 0547 04 43 07 0547 04 43 07 Dr. Amagashi aso yɛ no nya frɛ number yi a baabi a obi e betimi ne wa yɛ dɛ ahyia Dr. Amagashi ti ase de a yɛntena hɔ ɛma yade ɛnyɛ dɛ enkunye Dr. Amagashi ti ase de a yɛntena hɔ ɛma yɛ so de yi ɛgye Dr. Amagashi ti ase de a yɛntena hɔ ɛma yade bi ɛmɛ ha yɛ ɛma yɛ ne abusuafoɔ yɛ ho nyɛ dɛ ɛnkyere yɛ na wɔte ase a ho ɔdini no ɛna wobetimi ayɛ dɛ ahwɛ wo ba sɛ yade bi abɛtena wo so na wontimi a bɔmmɔni so betu adamɔ ɛde aba Dr. Amagashi aso yɛ na wontu ase ma na wo so anya adanse anya hoɔden de ahwɛ abusua da sɛ ne yɛbɛsai ahyia
yɛda sipi da sɛ ne yɛbɛsan Dr. Amagashi ɛdi nkɔmmɔ Kessben 2.9 akran 3.3 Kessben Kumasi Sergio Laka ɛna ɛbɛdwafoɔ ɛtoa so betimi no message aba 0551 599933 0551 444933 obetimi at the WhatsApp message ɛdi aba
Walyansan Emma Munina Kwababium Emra Final Whistle Jumedia Isu Kessben Television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra More monitor programming live and so our DSTV 364 Go TV channel 121 Yasan Ababium idea with the moon seminal Final Whistle Jumedia free studio habro babia will be a we are safe and ene de no emre no asundumenu na ye pegya ye mu agudi mu nsem efri he koka he ne nyina no ye yimu akukudam no na titru the ebaso weekend ewo miamia hodo pi ye transi na ye dwendwen ho mesremo momfa mo adwenche no mfa 05515 99933 05515999933 eho ena ye fa WhatsApp messages no ntiem yesremo amode efa videos no 05932315579 05932315579 eho nso ena ye befa mo videos no mo fuma adwenche no emra na yentotoa komse dumienu na ya peja yemu. All right. Before transcend the came was also and a BYT and so a transcend somehow who busa BYT mufamra na a branch no and church and adriano niano kakra and fa and mamo. All right. Mami sure they didn't kind I'll say Joe, I'm disappointed and the entire Kumasi Santiago setup, including we the supporters and the media, including you, Sir Joe. Wow. I don't understand why we are all rushing on the board and expecting them to appoint a CEO. Okay. I don't understand why we are rushing the board to appoint a CEO. Really, after everything we've gone through, what we should expect and demand from them is to put up structures and their plans for the immediate projects and future projects, as well as future projects. Okay, whether this wallahi, any CEO will fail at most 3 years. We'll be calling for the sack of the board for Allah's sake. Okay, if you're allergic porcupine and anyway, and so a brain. Okay, but if you're allergic porcupine, how quickly let me call allergic Mama Sally, everyone chip on the line. I've seen pictures of Carlos Queiroz, Desmond Ofer and John Pencil together with Keto Kreku at Accra Sports Stadium, observing the training session of the Black Galaxies. That is all well. Okay, that is all well and good. And this means that the Portuguese gaffer has hit the ground running. Now, I have two issues for your kind attention. Number one, is John Pencil part of the technical team? Contrary to some media reportage that is being asked from the team. Number two, do we have many players domestically meriting a slot in the Black Stars for the World Cup? Alaji Mama and so apijawe ede abrain and anopay. If you Alaji Mama ho na me call here what you like from Aguna Asaman. If the coach can call Samuel Owusu to the Black Stars, okay, if the coach can call Samuel Owusu to the Black Stars team again, it will help the team. The boy is very good and what? All right. Also, the audio about I don't know. Please let Andy Kem analyze this. Carlos Queiroz. Is he an elite manager? If yes, what makes him so? Okay, how is he going to modify the Black Stars team to start winning games and also playing properly as well? Okay, Samtuga Edway Ifri Ajura and so Abrain. Andy. So yeah.
No,
They only
we say Carlos Queiroz here, elite manager.
Wow. At least maybe 5 messages if you want to know. Minimum a bit my address, some concerns now, Sana.
Okay.
Quickly, yeah.
First of all, John Pencil is still part of the technical team of the Blasters. Only coach Desmond Ofer, the technical team of the Blasters. I think Fatah Udada is still part of the Blasters as well. Reported by say, you almost the technical team of the Blasters. I think it's false. Almost a part of the team and Penimfuni Omodi because this is a short-term job for Carlos Queiroz and probably Ushe and Yama Finidia go Kwemuna. So clear say almost build a setup at least almost bit me a senior BB kakra from the coach now who is coming on board, and a lot of nations be say offer top coach at least Obemo being so a part of the technical setup. No was senior BB free the or the urban now at least the knowledge I also tap was what me using going forward. I don't know why the John Pencil issue article about the social media that most people want him out. The reality is that impacting order na obebetri. Impacting order na the obebetri. Even in the last Blaster team I call Austria and Germany quite impacting order no actually. The reality is that it's part of the team. But in a position, any Juma dia obedino, and sa position I know as Black
Stars technical team no structure to say. I don't know.
You know, structure. Till date, the number, Carlos Cruz, the personalities over there.
Desmond or Hefa, first assistant, second assistant,
John Pencil,
or a rule Ben, John Pencil, play Fatah they fine. Say him say goalkeeper trainer Roger Disa, Fatah be an assistant or BBC.
Yes.
We don't know.
Yes,
Pencil rule Ben or play or assistant coach, and that's why they assistant and assistant number saying, oh, and I rule Ben.
Yes.
Nina, no, I don't know. So
maybe the FA don't want to also create.
We should find out. Yeah.
Maybe the FA also don't want to create any disparity between the two setup na urban. You know, the issue is that John Pencil for now has not been sacked from the camp of the Blasters, and I hope say Obesua BB. The issue of sack, you know, is not true.
Yeah.
What they are no free wire.
Relevance for Hornet to say.
You know, the only relevance, and they say you will be part of the setup in terms of preparation for games. But say you, I don't think Carlos Cruz. And say you, I dare back when you can say a tutorial, so they say, Obia, what now? I am part of the Blasters, and who what the Blaster entails. Let's not forget, Yeko World Cup. John Pencil a legend of the Blasters or a legend in Magana. Wababa a part of the Blasters technical setup. So you only hear or knowledge back on them you know. In terms of consultation, obeying the technical team share. Let's say Omunina Transi and a Carlos Curious by no. We decided to obey you knows the technical team. At least John Pencil or 1 or 2 to present her or the but I'm not saying say or no influencing the decision of Carlos Cruz. That is far from that. But at least or was something to share so far as a team in international or something to share. And that is its relevance. The role on the field of play will be determined by the coach. So the role on the field of play, say be a more training on the players in the jogging or no and the say or no the say obviously will be defined by the coach.
Okay.
But at least be part of the team. No one experience or side in there or something to share.
It is a clearly only I can say a job for the boys. No more but you build a capacity.
Yes, you know, I'm looking at it from the capacity side. Yes.
Yeah.
John Pencil onru the level I beat him in the Blaster man.
Enti OB yeah.
Onru ho enti so adwuma no so ya anda obi a he's still on the learning curve. Enti ye bibi na osua or building a capacity at least working under these top managers na be mo na sua bibi. Enti na make say knowledge no better tap no going forward Ghana we can benefit from that. Say I'm benefiting from the national team. We can benefit locally from the Ghana Premier League. Enti people can tag them a job for the boys. And you know as I said so no quite influence the decision of Carlos Cruz there. That is far from that. But at least Desmond Ofe, Fatah Udauda, and then John Pencil. Or more, even all the local guys who are part of the technical team now, I'm expecting them to say they know grasp something from Carlos Cruz and his technical team not going forward at me benefit Ghana. Intimidate, I will not say it is a job for the boys. Say impending force or munkaho, no munshia bibia, you know. There's no problem with that because additional year, and I hope so. Almost going forward, the local football will benefit from that.
Okay, yeah, remember, a lot of discussions on the Black Stars and coach Carlos Cruz and some and so Kakra. Obviously, by person di ho enkomo kakra say Black Stars team no yen shada enhwe team no ye. Na bia yen kaka ye ho free goalkeeper so kopem the last person. Oma ho den omo various teams omo teams no ankasa modern more et say e baby e wo bia any positions omo occupy na yen fan ka assessment ayeye Black Stars team no going to the World Cup. Ni na no e say kai ho pi na ye kwa yen so and resist hopes because as a coach by ye problems ni ye hwan ni na solve wa we na dey eko
we na ya jenkwa
no yes nti ye discussions no enso emfa na later I'm saying local sources nearby na
and Alhaji Mama said answer question on the buy
yes
Alhaji Mama I think see Rebecca was still with the Blasters.
Okay, he
was talking about when who sent penning for na stadium mako local boys we feel say some guys within the setup merit a slot the blaster anymore. I think it's do a beshe.
Okay.
Na ya can ho ase.
But Obucha, 2 questions.
I've forgotten about
me
and the questions, I think it was in 3 foods.
Okay.
Na me answer.
Okay, me kwako hwe ni.
Ma answer back na me answer. John Pencil there no. But I can 2. The question na me answer.
The kwako hwe na fe me no so aba. Kwame Savage Edifibo Krom Estate Kumasi. I heard that the BB Football Club is leading the table at Division 1. Okay? Zone 1B. I want to ask BYT, have they qualified already? Or are still, or it's still in progress? Okay. BYT do her on so the Hunsem Ebebre. Yeah. Young come on, Neka cry. Nafi Yansan Emra. If say be up so issues no.
Oh, yeah, come back there.
Young come run Nafi.
No. And you guys say, I was always disappointed in you. Now they know the dead one. Or disappointed in you. You know, and I may share Nottingham Forest match on one seminar BC meeting. Say Tottenham Hotspur.
Who is in charge of the Black Stars coaches accommodation? Is it the FA or the ministry? If it's the ministry, why will the ministry purchase a house for the coach at Airport Ridge? And the house is used as technical directorate of the FA by the Ghana Football Association, and the coach is now lodging in a hotel. Why? Kobe Edwin Fiakra and so I pray. Your local source and another one idea be and so and who's again I discuss I'm a George a free a crab at Senaju, if that is true.
Yes, I think I saw something.
Mr. Keto Kreku.
Okay.
A post we are the Okotu George Free. Okay.
I think I had a post.
Who was supposed to know? And they kind. But let them go if you ho.
Okay.
Pulling down, just
you know, West Nanoshu.
Where's Nanoshu?
George West Nanoshu.
Sir. Did he say that? Or find out?
Those words. You know, a credible source like multimedia and I go to.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm marketing to go free.
Munya what drama?
Mamma send the man we go to now.
To say me na meet my kind.
Oh, David, you know, I'm affair.
Me Mr. Kind. Also say them am
Okay.
Mr. I didn't know.
Oh dear.
Okay, the infant one you.
Maybe so it's an better worse and maybe so say I'm found quiet.
Na me me words.
Okay,
but me what me say go here you know. Na every president a year through.
But I still have it on my phone.
So now chief editor. It is answer at the end of the Bible to say also finally no. Tiandi right.
So many Andy as my own obey judge.
Then we come here.
Many Andy and say issue about to now own.
Now chief editor.
One way on Gangaria. But it was a
you know where's an announce?
Oh, yeah, sure, said George Free is cancer. Then I'm on Fred George.
Okay, me tell me
why he said that. I won't hear me. Coach, you will be foolish to defend Ghana Football Association's decision to use the Black Stars coach's official residence as a technical directorate office. And anyone who defends this act is foolish. I stand by my words. George Free. And the same way, and so Atuja.
And our president,
yeah.
Did this really come from a former vice president of the FA? Maybe misquoted.
Yes. Yes. Maybe misquoted. Indeed, Mr. Keto could also record did this really come from a former vice president of our FA? Maybe misquoted. But Ancheno Saku yiri in every home. Nti no ye massa no nkoda sa e ma ono so nkoyi mfiri ho sa do ko kan no kan sa was he misquoted and na said o kan ya no kan sa no kan di nti no kan sa no yes na if Mr. Keto Kugusu adwin chen say any one was a former vice president akotro sa di nti na ono so nkoyi mfiri ho. So questions be bring
Question be bring me asem no me hu say me nua shake to fake na o chire team adare shake bre pa na djuma na de
Okay.
na de
Okay.
na de so chiri mu so omo de ho na technical director of the FA na de
Okay. Na shake to figure ha me man nchichire mu ka.
ah kwa me free shake
Yeah, ina fi.
free shake bra
No ankasa mmechichire.
no free shake bra na o titi
Nsempi ba ni nyina ndu mienu na ese pege mu. Nti quickly yem kwa ma no kakra na yemhwede echo nso wow.
General big games and Basso and not so much but at least Arsenal FA normal training team your friend Newcastle United yeah who say stories about season ebe we are the hell will leave nti no na make busa say Andy why are they doing that na me church ni ma de kontia Newcastle for person season ebe we are omuja the hell kwan because na kwa be hu so lift team to certain level competing in the Champions League and almost level na basro but the other side says otherwise omu room ewo Arsenal home normally Arsenal kwakobo so we team efe Newcastle United you know since losing to FC Barcelona omu team win a game omu last 3 games omu bunyina nko yi mfa momo against Palace against Bournemouth against Sunderland any man ko yi mfa Newcastle United inti omu form no adepo and ade ba akwa affect you almost so well this season no the absence of Fabian Schär, the injury situation of Joelinton and Bruno G in midfield inti amedjuma na akoye Warlock Lewis Melly and then Sandro Tonali and that made the job very difficult for Newcastle United again omanti me and replace Alexander Isak because Johan Wissa Walter Madi these two guys omo do mo buy and alongside Anthony Langa no performance and no more special omo be mo in the Premier League no omo ntimi fast performance the MIT am I the how watch no this season Arsenal on the other hand in the last 2 seasons no more against Newcastle United and no more break but after breaking the deadlock at the St James's Park say omo team I friend Newcastle United the bar enye dim for Arsenal yenim how Arsenal drew this side of the league almost bread to cope with the pressure, especially Manchester City ababe taking league don and General Drew say the mentality and a year more than the skill set of the player. Inti Arsenal General so more against Newcastle United you expect them to play under pressure because team IFN Manchester City ababe 2 omo General imuaye den ediamomo but so share omo team now attack now no start season no now more clicky so well I don't think the defense will issues be though omulusu to team by friend Manchester City but so share Harvey Barnes o share Anthony Gordon o share Anthony Langa o share Johan Wissa now share Walter Madia when you attack I will expect to say a big police so bad threat to team by friend Arsenal backline and medical at the midfield of Newcastle United Bruno G is back. He's likely to start this particular game alongside Sandro Tonali and then Lewis Melly in midfield. So how much Lewis Hall at the point now both so well America say in the English national team he need to be considered for the left back position because he's been solid this particular season. But also on and off Livramento is okay on the right and Maka almost central defensive pair no Malik Thiaw and then Abranti Ayefen Botman in team Newcastle United do be expect so Bobeti Media man. When a game a very dicey, very difficult for Arsenal. But said you Nansay dear say Newcastle United Asia Arsenal na Arsenal were upper hand and Arsenal playing at home and Arsenal soon him said just a slip. You almost racing him into Omobeko all out and they will love to score the goals against Newcastle United. So Arsenal are careful. Now say you almost concede first goal at Newcastle United. It will be difficult for Arsenal to come back. It will give me everything about them. But Arsenal playing at home against Newcastle and the recent form of Newcastle United, may call for Arsenal a slim win. It will give me everything about them. Now Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Now here Liverpool almost last 2 games almost winning against Fulham and almost the team your friend Everton best also Hill Dickinson Stadium in the Merseyside derby. Almost at the shame. Palace on the other hand at a point in the more heading at the amount Oliver Glasner but gradually on also Piqué kakra almost the Barbie. So what's your Palace backline now? Masters of the three back on the back here. Oliver Glasner na washa Maxi Lacrosse enya chance to be part of the French national team in the last games in the team bass no e share how one mature to that level and obi any send the game no so a team air code him. Tarek Michel has always been there to support him and Omanya Jaden Canvert from the right side of the three back, Daniel Munez, Michel and Craig Richards on the other side, midfield of Will Hayes and Omanya Jefferson Lima, and so Timmy picking a form, no, and Omo Jeremy Pino, Brian Johnson, formerly of Tottenham Hotspur, and then Strand Larson. Ismail Sarr and so Timmy join Omo in the attacking role for the team, and Omo Liverpool. Liverpool himself season and Koyi. The betimi asebu situation no is to make sure they play the top four ama bibia etimi akoye. Hugo Ekitike will not be available because of injury no, but he start gradually is warming himself into the setup and Liverpool attack and so ubiem na no mobo now created that space in the moment there you won't survive against a Liverpool. And general may call a Liverpool win in that particular game na Barcelona. Chelsea Wembley. Now Wembley omo against Leeds United. Now share two teams now the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Now the last time a Leeds United team making it to the final of the FA Cup way back in 1972-1973. About almost 50 plus years ago. And a team a feno Leeds United it be called to that particular level. Clearly Omumode Bono in the Premier League under Daniel Farkedo. So she 2 games of Chelsea aba. Bako almost Chelsea by 3 goals to 1 and abako omoni Chelsea ball 8-2-2. You know, the last game so mabo Shomu against Manchester United. Shomu against Bournemouth. Omuko share United at Old Trafford against Bournemouth at the Vitality. No be any say game no wie and omo beti kanu ema game no ebe 2-2. Until Leeds United remwa omo form ni ye ahead of the game omo ball against Chelsea. Chelsea soon himself omo in a good season. And you know, she coaches omo change 2 coaches within the season. And no air show the pressure and what the Chelsea dressing room and what the fans expect the new trainer to offer in this particular game. Callum McFarlane just an interim manager or this season baby now I should you obey me aye. And you know, Ram hoping say obey me aye baby. Cole Palmer is back. Samson Ajao Pedro so back. Omo you now started training on Thursday. Omo Eddie Rome ahead of this particular game. Until Chelsea fans now are happy to see Delap leading the line in the presence of João Pedro. Or you training 2 days, so or you fully fit, he's likely to start. Leeds United team don't see one teamer. You know, almost one master the 3-back plan very, very well. It is our show team now. Omo Pascal Tronik, Omo Jordan Bigel, and Omo Goodmanson on the other side, Omo Bigol on the other side. Midfield of Etienne and Pedu in central midfield, and you know Omo Kanata and so a supporter and Obi here Chelsea no be that guy and the hard Chelsea yepa and Omo no Kafu Omo Eronson and then Calvin Lewin up front into 3 at the back, defend with 5 and no any acquire team your friend Leeds United FA for Chelsea Omo about 5 games. I lose at the last time we had discussed 114 years in Cedar, but this time a team yes. And said you are not to that. You are talking of a team games no more born in the last few games, Omonia 73 shot, but you know, Omon team foul ball into net. Until Lucas Perry, what ye interview Lucas Perry here, or no goalkeeper. Edinburgh Leeds United, I will say they can do it. They are capable because 2 games of Chelsea abon. Chelsea into me capable of beating Chelsea. Into and no the confidence that players in the free dressing room are ahead of this particular game. Malo Gusto, Cucurella, Fofana, Chaluba as 2 centre backs, Andre Santos, Moises Casedo, Enzo Fernandez, Kupama, and then Pedro Neto, na João Pedro LED line. The almost expect Semet for the main stable, Kupama Benyani free roll, and you know, beating me a fire from all angles. Into a game very difficult, especially an experienced manager as against an interim manager, or expect so Benya a new manager bounce, and maybe beating me a Kosuye, Eddie about Chelsea. A tough one, you know. May expect a game when the best stretch it to the final minute. But whoever will be taking the chances, can carry the day. And I see Chelsea said, I'm what the chance this time. Though, so I'm team nim koye. But this isn't Liam Rosinia. This is Callum McFarlane. Now, what's your story in the free Chelsea banner? And Claire Banner say 2 players are a mark coach, Obo Pamono, Enzo Fernandez, and then Marco Corella. 2 Spanish-speaking guys, both team. Corella and Enzo United point. No, only coaching in Casa. And he said, this is a game, and I'm expecting the 2 guys to step up and show. Say, and you might be team Chelsea coach, that TV, and Ramu say, and say, a dear Nama Chelsea team, the Kofemsa. And I'll say, they should respect the opponents at Chelsea in the ball. And if you say, and Central 4 are not respecting the team called Brighton. I'm respecting Brighton because Brighton project on why and I saw about into no team share Chelsea. But rather, they shouldn't blame the players and they say, performance na depo ama to be enkosuye. Into general, the ball is in a Scott and in Pempino say a Pam coach say every player love to step up. And these things are happening with Chelsea, baby. Enzo Fernandez is balancing as a do. Who crowd about 7 to 8 coaches and a team about Chelsea or no more. About the year, so crack about Chelsea. You should know that anytime, any day, they can sack any coach available, depending on the results. Coach down on whom they will sack him. It's general. I'm expecting a new manager bounce, and I'm expecting the Chelsea team to step up this particular game. Now, me do go Syrianim.
Okay.
Now. Mede mano esi big game na eba so e Osiriani quality na depe enti se sa match na eba so a onti hu de bebrebe. Besides that, the 2 teams are not the teams ani enim se eba European footballer na omo so dominant na omo so integral ewo ye time na ye so close to the Champions League and then omo ni hobi enti nobody talks about Juve. Nobody talks about Milan. But in the olden days, where the likes of Del Piero, Trezeguet, Cambra Nelsi, no was a squad, no more the Lapi days, Eddie Basro, the Lilian Thuram, the Fabio Cannavaro, the Gigi Buffon, the Gianluca Zambrotas, Eddie Barbesi, Arturo Vidal, Claudio Marchisio, Paul Pogba, Andre Pirlo, Eddie Barbesi, Carlos Tevez, and Alvaro Morata. Now, who say Juventus? Any AC Milan is share also because everybody is talking about the Portugal team of a year 2008, the BBC and now. Oman team am fine share Fernando Santos so. But the Portugal of Deco, Rui Costa, and then Pauleta, then also a team full of quality for Europe 2000 and Euro 2004. And so Rui Costa more time with Milan. Eddie Babesi, the days of Ronaldinho, Robinho, Shevchenko, Moana, and Kajuveni AC Milan, Babeba. No level no was. But and 2 teams in the Castle, no man, the Abafem. Inti, so more Babbe bomb match now. They all expect to know baby. So Fatima Feni Juba. Away games some about this season so far as the big teams near concern, but Copen no metimia winning. Inti my game near tough. Against Lazio, against Atlanta, against Inter Milan, against Napoli. And by game near tough for Luciano Spalletti and then Crawford. Allegri started very well, but Joe, it drew baby a game ni moye deno on team my back. E almost so munya a last win Mark Anthony Bettingodi against Herald Verona. The last league game and so it's me boy. But big games near games are this is in Milan at Chelsea or Mahon also. And they have the guys up front me step up Edo Mahon Dishim no me bo game no. The likes of Pavlovic or more Fikayo Tomori, Estopinan anyhow there, but Bastagi is there, Silmakers from the right, Bamit Foda, the 2 French guys, Fofana, you are talking about Rabiot, and you are talking about Luka Modric, the main brain behind the midfield of Team friend AC Milan. And then, you are Christian Pulisic and then Rafael Leao leading the line. Leao is so disappointing. And a lot of people are raising concerns. Say, ni new role now, Mazi Allegri, Diamano, and Emma Yehu, the performance, but at least goals so bad for him, or say most of the chances. And men know about to Jack say, Manchester United person Kofano Deneba, no more Deneba BC, a kind, say season 18 eba area. But at least So only leave space behind your back line. Now Nalia and Christian Pulisic, you'll be in trouble. Inti 3 back from Milan, and the same thing apply to Juve. Jelson, Bremer, Genoa, Omo Lloyd Kelly, and Omo Hesse, Pierre Kalulu, so Beba Beka home. Now Omo you can be answered to the left. Oh, Shemet Foda, Omo Lucateri, Omo Weston McKinney, and they have already international free France by no. What bit changing the game, no? It is also Consensao from the right, we had Jeremy Boga from the left, Kenal Yildiz, and then Omo a lot of guys are meeting you so Omo affront because Davis Ewo Omo SIO Abrantia, your friend Vlahovic and so on. Omo a lot of guys are do a bit me at you so no affront. Oka Milan team na problem omo 1 year chire no. So we be free Mark Benan, we be try the 3 back no. And no problem for Milan. But the moment a ball, you be do central midfield. Now Benja Luka Modric must almost proper control in midfield. No, you know, tough to stop them. South na Juve team no, full of energy. Obon back line is solid. Midfield no run throughout the 90 minutes. And so one fix it with full backs in here. A deadly. Consensao fast. Jeremy Bogan, skillful. Kenal here this very quick in transition, very skillful as well. Inti enoni baby a Juve, you know, almost so ahode and so etimi ewo. Milan playing at home. Omunim say so man intimi am modern. No man intimi win this particular game. Inter Milan the betwimu they got 10 points. And sir, na say omo crown Inter Milan as so omo agi league no etimi awie. And league in intimi ko awie no. Milan would not love say omo betimi lose league title no at this time abra ye mo league ni no baby a into omo betimi IBB but Juve in away games and so as solidify omo backline no any experience hands and in the presence of Jelson Bremer abo omo chini am omo so ebo omo homode you know a game am expect a draw but be double chance for team your friend AC Milan omo ebo home no.
Okay. All right, 2 teams are with about 5 matches to go.
Yeah.
No, 4. Milan are one outstanding game. Yeah. Bit my Barcelona, Napoli, Milan. Bit my Inter Milan.
Oh no, Genoa. Because
who's the host league no more?
Omari. In recent times, yeah. Juve, Roma, Lazio, AC Milan, Entre say what it takes to match team my friend Inter Milan. Napoli with Conte in a real mubako say obabi yibibi. But at least Napoli ebabeji you know team sama back bill. Okay Lazio or Genoa, the Lazio team omuni the Ramandolis and the Jail Daniel Katedi, Zakani, Isaksen, omuni what it takes to match team your friend Inter Milan. Samson out here yes Roma, you know her baby or mother. Doya Malen Pellegrini, the likes of Wesley Franca, Giuliano Simeone, omuni enough quality beti media match Inter Milan. Inter will form more the quality and game no more you normal how much. Only these 7 points. The moment beti me actually Torino pay because the Juve Milan game looks like a draw. Into Inter team Torino pay they are good to go. Into you know I mean so many way I didn't say a whole league nothing will change. Inter HAC for double and I foresee Inter at least league title on the beti me.
Yes, and come back to Premiership no kakra and a question way by na yanyamre anhwe. No be Arsenal a friend say Man City. Okay?
Yeah.
And ka yenhwe omumienu na games na aka no. Na when more likely to win the EPL. So Otuma.
Yes.
Yeah, say 2 clubs.
Yeah,
Obetimi Aje League no. Arsenal supporters know a lot of them. Oma dream say it's not over. And not over yet.
Do you know?
Till say ebobo last game.
More option.
Yeah,
They don't have any option.
You know, almost still almost hope so Obetimi Aje League.
Well, you know they need also me happy. At least the momentum now on the banner. It has been halted along the way by Manchester City. And I know they cannot live in despair for now because some only win despair. I just say players in the be lose confidence. The moment players in the be fans now lose confidence. No? And again, they've rallied behind Arteta till this particular time. Almost enemies so almost team say ya no but here. Inti omo hwe say Man City team no near strong enough. Aside say omo che Liverpool ache omo no. These Arsenal fans and so who the previous City teams. So omo who City teams with different flavor, different quality, different approach and different dimensions on the field of play. Omo who David Silva, omo who Yaya Toure, omo who Fernandinho, omo who KDB, omo who Kun Aguero, omo who City teams are win team match omo. They don't think this is one of the City teams. And that has been my position all this while. Maka say, the experience of Bernardo Silva and the experience of Pep Guardiola that is keeping the City team. Because the City are in say in say City are holding, say the City under the previous years in general. And City will not struggle against Burnley. So only in City or more per point against Burnley, looking at the position of Burnley, looking at the materials of Burnley, City will not struggle against Burnley. And Komoji or more points in them, no more emphatic victory, no more no more in under previous games or years now I heard San and Manchester City team here. But City team with a more transitional team. And yet the ideological Pep side that control, that maintain possession, that direct play, that controls every event on the field of play. And you've been here, who the different side of Pepper, Okosia Kakra or Brescia, the door boot, the Catanaccio side. And one will be defending Kakra, and one will call on the break. It is the reason why he decided to go in for yes Semenyo, because Semenyo man a quick feet or man a quick transition in the final third. Now uti and the press I don't how are now change between why Savio is not playing and why Semenyo is played ahead of Savio no should tell you how Pep are changing the model no on the field of play. Inti Genoa Arsenal fans ni believe say this is not the Pep Guardiola's team. When you're the scary Pep team, Aguero Pia, not Jesus Eba, who say Ellen Holland Priya, not Julian Alvarez, Ebano, or Muhun say this particular team. In Tianuna Master Arsenal for no hope say things will change. Where Arsenal matches are said Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham United, Burnley, Crystal Palace. Winning matches are all these matches are made at manager.
Home and they are winning.
Okay, Crystal Palace Arsenal be Emirates. No, Marco Tef more Burnley. No, Marco. No, say Burnley look like Arsenal home. No, Crystal Palace ya away.
No, you just free Newcastle.
Okay, Newcastle Arsenal home. No, Mabebo Fulham home. So Arsenal bought 2 games home at also against Fulham and Newcastle. The heading home for me will be the Fulham game. West Ham United away. You know that is a difficult game for Arsenal.
Okay.
Because London and now also call relegation. Until that will be a difficult game for Arsenal. Burnley, Arsenal home, baptism of fire. Omude nyina be go so.
Omokoro.
Say
you free.
Me say Arsenal do omude nyina be go Burnley so.
Because Burnley omoko.
Yes, and then Crystal Palace. Say Crystal Palace away, very difficult game for Arsenal. In this way me hema 2 games are difficult for Arsenal by West Ham and Crystal Palace.
Okay.
But West Ham game, because of the position of West Ham and the venue for that game, Emma game very difficult for Arsenal. Monfa a team I friend Manchester City di anon somra. Na you said the enemy no so Nti Genoa say Arsenal 4 ma games we manageable. Now games na was on Manchester City ebebo against Everton away Hill Dickinson Jimbra difficult game for Pep Guardiola. Game where game even time up KDB more hokra na edentebano. Very difficult one for Pep Guardiola. David Moyes team they are playing very well. And your Munkwa, the rise of Gerard Braithwaite, Mekalinko, O'Brien, they are playing so well. Idris Agana, James Gardner, Dwight McNeil, Grealish, Ukraine, or Roman Kaiser Grealish, Elmal Ndiaye, and that Chelsea boy, Johnny Omi Medford, had been the brain behind the Everton team. Until Beto Monso score goals against a team of friend of Liverpool, you who ball a boy, and so Dewsbury Hall, also until a difficult game for Pep Guardiola, Everton game, Beko, Hill Dickinson. Brentford will home. Brentford, I don't think it's difficult. Just play Mattia Jensen and Igor Thiago out. You are good to go. Into Pep will do that particular job at home, and I am expecting him to say, I know they any difficult. Then another game. Difficult one. bomb off away. You know, bomb off track is funity.
Yeah.
Show more against Chelsea on far draw. Show more against Man United on far draw. Into almost share day. Almost got Arsenal for 2-1. Into bomb of funnel. And you ask yourself, so who are the guys? You know, Marco Senesi. You know, those are the guys. Marco Senesi, the likes of Marcus Tabane, Junior Cripple, Evan Nelson, the two central midfield who Ryan Christian Alex Scott. So to meet you or more. Manchester City midfield is so as strong as it used to be. It's a bomb of Anthony Areola, coach, or had the big teams this season. The two City team in a way is difficult. Now, on the last 2 home games, I don't think Aston Villa is difficult. Aston Villa, because of the style of play and how they open up, will give you City chances to play. I don't think the Villa game is difficult. More the chance. Meet me a bit Taro Mills, say Paul Torres, say Ezri Konsa, whether Matthew Cash, Lucas Dean, whether I might send on back for they can open up, and because the Amadou Nana and then Douglas Lewis, Captain Margin, just play Morgan Rogers and Oli Watkins out, and you are good to go. I don't think it's no difficult. Crystal Palace, and also a difficult game. But the good thing is that say away and can make Man City a struggle, but at home they can only do justice to Ismail Sarr, Jeremy Pino, Brian Johnson, or Mutim Nani Munehu for just Jefferson Lema, and then Will Hughes a midfield and almost three back no more experienced coach, but Omani Munehu and a Mabobono, Brian Johnson on the right, Jeremy Pino on the left. No one has Strand Larson up front with Ismail Sarr behind, with Hughes and then Jefferson Lema in midfield. Who you are more, you are good to go. You know, we have fixtures now. Man City fixtures need a difficult chance now.
Okay.
City fixtures need a difficult chance now because Everton away, Bournemouth at the Vitality. Yeah. Those are 2 difficult games. Sure. As compared to the Arsenal game now, or against West Ham now, I say difficult.
Especially we hear the City a struggle against Burnley.
Yeah. Pep any they no woni bio. The name man who din bro bia so yemfimfin no. Eno na man who din bro bia so into o shetre bit food na untimi. Into oba ya obebo Fernandinho David Silva KDB. Omo ye mbre na ode Rodri bae. And or the KDB can home, and or the Bernardo Silva Baby Shemu. A chain of Kofa Nico Gonzalez by, and a Chiodi Tijani Rende Saba. Road is still there. Or more do mobile in our Salamun Timin Mano, Kevin Fliss by Matthew Kovacic Pra, Kevin Fliss and Timino Sako back. Into a more do mobile in Omun Timin Mano, the Encao pedal, the dominance, the control, the direction, and a road in Supranasa. Into or the any experience no, and the former Bernardo Silva. And yes, I do not. Pep will not meet the likes of Jaden Adams, Onshia Ferentino Lewis, Onshia Leslie Okuchuku in midfield non-struggle. And look at the chances as Zion Fleming above bonus. For me, the City team game is more difficult as compared to Arsenal.
Wow. And you have fixtures and a date no by the time City and sign Eme Bono. Now Arsenal, almost 2 games. Omalidi.
Depending on the results.
Yeah, now make fans on winning some matches now. I'm leading 6 points.
Don't say
So
yes. Don't say City pressure be any almost. City pressure be any almost.
Neboa, and for pressure me too so.
Obono.
Yeah, over ball now. Open now.
Now got leading
6 points. And some fan pressure from
City see a boss is in we. No man league na they no better. Be carry. Because you saw man start and you who said it is not a City team who are playing so well. It is a boss is in we. Now Man City and Timmy are new league title now. And your story be because in the course of the season we said Pep it's finished. He need to leave. He need to go for a sabbatical leave and probably come back. Into young United Pep will join. And again, if you watch City on the field of play, it is not a dominant City team. It is City, Oma and Timmy are nearly title. We are any news because season, Omune special, Omune eye pleasing, just like the Nimse City team to Oma and Yahuinsi. But Arsenal are taking lead from the very first day. obi e hope is afi we die ebe yi na je no Arsenal focus lepo so there's pressure on Arsenal to win the league unlike Manchester City.
Okay.
In the City adi league na Pep Guardiola na Ebeka say Pep ntimi anye you know BNC. Beside that, the Manchester City team knows how to manage this situation than Arsenal. So offer City team now. You go son of frame. Matthias you go son of na yi Gigi Donnarumma frame. Na yi Semenyo frame. You omo frame. You omo frame ma. Nico O'Reilly mo Omabo City or League title maybe. And then you talk about the other centre backs. Maguire. Offer Obitse Matthias Nunes League title maybe. Offer Rodra League title maybe. Offer Bernardo Silva League title maybe. Offer Doku League title maybe. Offer Ellen Hollander League title maybe. So they know how to manage the situation at this corner. Under pressure they know how to manage it. Unlike Arsenal, offer omu team ni nyina obian team ni the EPL ni bi. From David Raya to Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli, obian team ni league title ni bi. So when they are playing under pressure, who is going to calm them down? Omu coach no ni Premier League ni bi da. The captain Odegaard ni Premier League ni bi da. Gabriel on your Premier League ni bi da. So who will calm them down? They will always be under pressure. And omo bo na say omo bo behind that. Clearly you put pressure no what their faces. And the City knows how to manage it in terms of players, in terms of the manager. Even the supporters knows how to manage it. Into Shamoshi Liverpool, no more say Arsenal about it. And look at the situation now. Into pressure was Arsenal so, and unfortunately they don't have any around to manage that pressure. And only the problem of Arsenal.
Wow, Kessben Television, Kessben 34392.9 Accra, DSTV 364, Go TV 121. Yebeba na fe ene ye miminda na dumienu na ebepe gya imuno. Ebi twetwantintem kakra. Enche BYT edi under 13 nkomo kakra. Milo under 13 no nkomo kakra bebre. Na fe yahwe Division 1 no sen ena akwakosi mehuzo bi the question bi by obusa DBB. Sen pa ena omonsem no kwansana. Black Stars nkomo kakra enso ewo ho Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans no de nkomo pi CEO nsem board nsem omo kase kwanya Asante Kotoko mfaso board no mfaso rani Kumasi Asante Kotoko ni nsem ahudo pi yebeba na yaba behwe ni nyina. All right, yebekwa Alhaji Mama Sali everyone Jibanda line that's more the buy no or say first one no say is John Pentel still part of the technical team, contrary to some media reportage that he's been asked from the team. It was the second one on our message. Okay. But the comment kakraba for first one now the buy no. So Andy has dealt with the John Pentel bit of my question perfectly. We need to let promising people understudy their senior colleagues. Quote Kwesi Appiah, Maxwell Kunadu and others benefited from this opportunity in the past. This is free training for him and others for the future. It is left with the second question. In the second question, Anna Obusano say, do we have many players domestically meriting a slot in the Black Stars for the World Cup? So the both try to wanna about local
many
discussions now. Yeah. Our merited Black Stars call up.
We can have one or two and argue about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have one or two and explain why.
But all along, so no one can say any bill now.
Oh, you know, obviously, the Bibeko. Obviously, the Bibeko. Until the Bibeko, there we can suggest.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bibeko. I'm saying that the problem of the Blasters, no local player can solve it. And only you're number one. Okay. But yen timin kasi yen febinko, yeah the Bibeko. So yeah the Bibeko there, then obviously there should be suggestions. Okay. Now they make an antimass. Yen timin kasi yen febinko. Eh there the Bibeko.
Yeah.
I will not buy the issue of Obibe Fabrucha Betana bench. You know, I'm not interested in that because you know World Cup na yeko. We need to have a rich bench as well. Okay. Until I will not say Obibe Fabrucha Betana bench local player. Eko tana or if you ask me why the national teams are there, so for that one I won't buy it. But we need to have a rich bench. But I'm saying that so far as yeah did 26 players in the back, yeah dear Sakaros Kurias Pino obviously and until almost 2 games a coach in the man. It will be very difficult to suggest to him if you could pay his level. But you know, the local and if the locals will be considered, obviously there could be suggestions.
All right, I bet to us so now messages kakra be more videos no and so I will have please tell Andy though I'm a Chelsea fan. I really like his outfit for the show this morning and I'll be very happy if he can arrange for me to have it. Thanks. Say Gaff, the incoming communication officer, Central Region. Communication officer, Central Region, I say communication officer, party, and I say football, and I say Nyum Kro, and I say a Debadia, and now you're communication officer. Now, all right. Manchester City never say that until the bones are rotten. So Arsenal fans should watch out. Find a way and so Frimpong. With the way if you trade there, and second message, you know, me first Frimpong. So now me call Kofi Broadcasting. I don't know why people like Andy keep saying that this Man City team isn't as strong as before and are not scary. I don't agree with people who make that claim. It's the competitive nature of the EPL that previous years, which is making it tough for every team, including Man City. Kofi Broadcasting Accra, and so Abamima Andy. I responded to answer now. Abana, please, can you explain the Ballard disallowed goal yesterday? Okay, and also yeah, the Hunsem Beba. Why? Production, Mr. Muma, Science, go no. Say, has Asante ever made an official bid for a player of Hearts of Oak before? Okay. Or the other way round. Otuo very mad way from UK and Abreye Kotoko. Or my official bid for a player from Hearts of Oak. And Hearts of Oak official bid. Atra Koma Club no. See here we play away. Or see ABS Dana. Though this is Frank, the 84-year-old man of Adabraka, with the pronouncement and more talking from most of the writers calling on the new coach to add Dede Ayew and ask him to select more local boys. I think you people are helping him fail. For the coach, telling us that all Ghanaian coaches meant a failure from the word go. All right, therefore, for the Abba and what is that?
I disagree.
Okay.
The second one, I'm very sure. First one, as well, just say on for local coaches in Gobo.
Yeah, local place, yes.
I don't think anyone has said that.
Okay, and then number two, Dede Ediano. Osaka, they say for the Dinko Black Stars.
Carlos Cruz are now winning.
No, Wayne can say Ubia can say for the day Ayunko Black Stars. And number three, coach in the case 33 million Ghanaians in our coaches.
No, and only
on the side, some no kind of crutches over feeling. Meaning, yes,
I don't know the connection between. There are 33 million Ghanaians in our coaches. A idea will nimni idea what. And said you. Those things, any Ghana and Kwan aside is you. And I was talking about Egypt. You know, countries no ma bob brow football. Yemfa Ghana in Sinchen.
Yeah.
Nigeria lose much at videos ben anywhere. Nigeria lose much. She near mom, you know, your question Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, who do you see here? Oh, stadium. Right now, Hubiana. And then the one Ghana Nigeria. You know, who do you see was stadium? And Nigeria lose much. Oh, be it an a country be a pet football, not the ball too, not football, you're part of them. San Omotier. Brother for so World Cup squad 18th May. You know how they do what we crumo. Carlo Ancelotti better FIFA president. Obia better appellist not to the BCAco. Obia with football who are doing today. She England. Obia with football who are doing today. Intia sanity. Or maybe a more dog ball. Omo ni di ball omo di ball omo nom ball omo da ball no opia o football ho ade nkyere ntina the last time I make say otoado ka ni ko team ye no e man on mo central market na omo ton na ntwinam ni ko bi na na kyere otoado that is our mo enti se do sanity enti Carlos Queiroz is just informing us say he is aware of the expectation of Ghanaians He's aware of the scrutiny at Ghana for the Bemano. He's aware of the criticisms or expected from Ghanaians. And no need fail. And no say he know the expectation of Ghanaians already. He knows it. It is honest here. On only man I afraid of Portugal no. Less than 7 million. I think they are 5 million. Into Omomo no. And a Portugal minor. And then a football ababe ju almost who be a ball mudin. Apart from 66, our ball semi-finals, your boy Eusebio, and the early Benfica days, before Porto winning the Champions League with Josie, no, Marco 18 years without the Champions League. Into our national team, a year after 98, 2002, Ebano, any ball on the ball were Europe 2000 with that generation. And they do on my baba be seen there. And Cristiano Ronaldo time, no. Yeah, Pierre, I'm qualify for World Cup, the baby see that. And now when that confidence crowd, they can't World Cup here, boy, they can win it. It's on himself Portugal expectation, no. And so be brebe to say the Ukroma, Obi a service be walk on the foot mukrano, who beside the ball 1 year one. Into you know there, just to tell us, he know the expectation of Ghanaians already.
All right, then, BYT Super Banod in Diagakra Abrejo, if I may ask. While the Cold War between Mr. George Free and the FA president, Keto Kreku, I can see Saponkofodia and the way and so Abre. Obusa the Cold War.
Oh, the Omkoya no social media.
I mean, on no need Omkoya, I say, Bibi Kakra.
Oh, sir, you know, I'm in a contested election.
Yes.
And now, FA president, President Ket, yes, Kreku win here. And also he cannot work with his enemies. Or find and go for no me. I don't think anybody from that corner has been considered. No. Obviously, former vice president of the FA, Mr. George Free, and so who said Nema Bim Kuya or Bessa Charaka. He's not going to keep quiet. Or Bessa Charaka. And you know, you don't expect the FA president to take it lightly. Or no so beba, no so the baba. But social media at the end they very common. Say Sani man beba because I think I saw Mr. Free or Kotre Bibi Kra, you know. Or say Sasa no dey na no show. Or say Bernard Lepe. You okay Bernard Lepe. Your former technical director of the FA. I say you know why the
Troy? Lepe the Troy. Why the Troy? A true fan.
Yes, or Trefa was Bernard Lepe. Not Bernard Lepe by one Mary, and I didn't know Sanko.
Okay.
Now, you back on so by friendship and so by no Sanko. I was saying, where is Bernard Lepe and the Ghana football DNA book? So I don't say it's pregnant with a lot of issues. You DNA book never and I'm fine everything. You know, as I point out the social media, community area, it's animal because, but the way forward in our saying we are.
This 5-year CAF club ranking shows us clearly that Sika is really a brand here. Without quality, you can't win matches. You can't win trophies. Just look at the position of Mamelodi Sundowns. They are capable of bringing into South. They are capable of bringing in South American players. Okay, here in Ghana, the clubs don't even know how the business side of the game is conducted, as much as the GFA, the football mother body of Ghanaian football. All right, and they ranking no and so by. I'm saying ranking about this week in Aneo, right?
Yeah.
Clubs no ranking now. Yeah, you because going to have to focus. You
ranking there and say for the past years there, but only had the ranking.
Yeah. But they say. Kotokore has to vote any ranking. It will be a kaka.
Okay.
Na mediama a womb, the other class from Ghana.
Dreams crowd.
First 50 mediama dreams.
Dreams in the Oslo.
And
mediama to 25.
25.
Yeah, and mediama 49th.
49th.
Yeah, by way based on the last 5 years performance.
Okay.
It's I just say no. They said yeah, club of the century. Maybe I could be 50 years there. You will see both Kotoko and Haas, but recent times he part there. It will be difficult for Kotoko and Haas on be appear, especially Hasufu. Kotoko Kra ebi caught the last 10 years or Mabu group stage in 2019-20. Or Mabo Champions League Confederations Cup group stage. Ebia or met many points kakra. Edia build by looking at Hasufu Samuel Bodu do Amokoye. look at the performance of Munyae 4-0 6-0 na ba o mabakose mu e wo sa eye occasion no JS Sarah e ma House of Folk 4 eyi ni frim after beating them in Ghana eye WAC eso ma House of Folk 6 after 1-0 in Ghana nti e ka me say oh build the points na eye headles no e bia we we frim ukọ ha ukọ kwata ye hu o mo sa but recent times media ma ko group stage e wo eye CAF Champions League and Dreams FC akọ group stage in the CAF Confederations Cup akọ the semi-finals of the CAF Confederations Cup eti o hwe sa points are Dreams FC are build there or the benya be 9 points about that's asro enti de bia say ya na be ba be until say two teams are omo and omo fan base doors no etimi akọ areche far in the CAF interclass competition. Yeah, the rank bi abana the last 5 for you say Dreams in the ama so amo homodien anko bi mu a. Say Dreams ko MTN FA Cup semi finals. Nti possible say bi obesa akọ pre points ni bi. And elsewhere, the Ghana Premier League so Mediama so is in a poor positions to win the league. Also that first is here. It is a Mediama so dia likely say obesa akọ pre points ni bi. But say kotokoni has ebesa akọ ebia friends trophyless next season no dey be no mo say dey kwa akọ points enti say yan reye kura Mediama na Dreams entimi anje sa respective trophies ya me bubo din the FA Cup and the Ghana Premier League na next season no yan hu omo a the next 5 years omo so be yes ade ba omo be ko omo tikakra enti by 2020 bia 8 9 bi kwa ye nya Ghana team wom unless omo akọ compete baby any goes as qualifier ko dia no guase 4 wa we wontimi kura an cross over samates the same thing dear clubs no in terms of Africa competitions you know how many occasions near kwa points bi ye kwa yi obi afiri ma to aso akọ group stage no ho kra na ya na so because prelims ne first round no dey
first match na
ye afiri first game na ni and points be na akwaje points no yet started building no group stage ebia the aka no benya half ni ade nti depending on stage abedru no and ebe ma points build up na akoso nti nyame anu ni ebe ye den say kotokone asen de omonto omadwunim na omunye team ni ye
one here for the last 10-15 years ground best struggle
15 no be 20
10 years
2010 cry the last 10 years yes. 2016 the omumemu kotoko abo group stage baako
last 10 years
a Confederations Cup.
Okay.
Last 10 years. Yeah. That was 2019. 2019-20 no. Okay. Omokoya omukosia Nkana ne Zesco United mo. Enti eno no omo boko group stage enti. Kariobangi Sharks ewo Kenya. Eno omokoya Cotton Sport, ekose Cotton Sport.
Okay.
Ewa awi ebe fi be rene. Ekoye wie ya ba be duru ho. The next edition and also kotoko try eko yi canopy less free and then ye ko Nigeria no ye ba ye and also ye ohana etwa be yi kotoko after 2-0 wa almost anya konya so omo drop it to Confederations Cup and also omo ko Ivory Coast anye omo share wa Ghana but omo ko Ivory Coast no so no and also San Pedro esa yi kotoko se free eti omo antimi anko omanim ba go aso focus wa that was 2020 omo ewuru amu ani amanko in 2021 omo sa akoya anko kotoko in 2020 after group stages no omo so koye omo try ewuru amu eyi one team free eye no debu of eye Mauritania and akotoko bad the next stage or Ghana ha and no so intente satif ebe share kotoko and no drop you to the Confederations Cup and ahila so e ba class abe share kotoko ekwa class how much nkwa amaso because of COVID and players ni bi anya COVID and ye mo mi wa no mo di bi so aye ni adubu e wo Accra Sports Stadium mo so COVID in second round second leg na amaso when anakotoko akobo goalless draw ndi eno so mo antimi anhu so has twice ni nyina mo anhu so baby has timi share bi e say has share Kamsa of Guinea the most from pon no mo bobi no na no so the ntia bi kro obi ba ka say Kamsa akra no ke bo home and away ebi anka has in progress and say na Kamsa for no em say because of instability was the CAF you say one of tie bo no Accra and has say 2-0 so kaya okay if you ɛno so a yɛhu biem ɛno na Salim Adam free bench ba ɔbɛbɔ strike bi kyɛ second goal ma Accra Sofo ɛna Haas di ɛkɔɔ n'anim ɛna ɛno so potɔɔ ansa amfa nti points in the the last 10 years the same thing ye hu omo sa last 10 years in Dreams FC esa na me dia ma na be pick up omo na be saba because of the omo koye group stage and stage no omo duru ye no the Champions League points as against the Confederations Cup no form kakra but so to do semi finals unya more points they said here obi so reach quarter finals in the Champions League enti Dreams the be ebeba me dia ma de ne de ebeba but when akotoko ne eye Haas so edie a omode ba no enso be for because ye be ranking from 2011 na ya hwe a kotokonko 2011 kotoko wura mu a 2011 kura eye hwanpo Liberia club yi from the BYC Barak Young Controllers e de yi kotoko free kotoko sa ko biem eno kura de na eye anesa asante kotoko em say omo share one club mirror feeding no omo share omo be 5-7 were Ghana kra Abdulaziz from former player wo RTU or boss brace wo muni ade na eye asante ko nanim biem ene no so anye na omo betena fi the next edition yes our ha na uma panyan no aba be yikotoko ye wa ha bajaya panyan no aba be yikotoko ye wa ha kara no aba be yikotoko ndi kotoko ta ko but okoya na odi nkukuni nkakaba eduana star so tribe Ediana bo group state of the CAF Confederations Cup. But group am ko to mu nso no. Asek mo ekosi omo mo hyehyehye omo antimi anko. Even though no matimi akọ omo anim kakra e de awuram. And also hwe wachi the last 10 years All Stars the same thing. Ono so kosi a eye Ittihad of Libya. And so Accra Stadium Tamale kra no mkofo no be say first leg no kra da 2-1. Omo sa akọ mkwaje 3-1. Chese eno so poto. Nti ye class na de a few chance a yenyaye ewo Dreams FC semis ene Boboko ani di enso de media ma de na onyaye no eno ana ye de gigigigi ani wo hono ma enti ye beden so ne la ngoma aha on na kotoko chi wo mo ehye wo mo bebiri wo Ghana esa akɔhye away 2-1 say Andy so obekaya kotoko hye wo mo bebiri panda didi dramani mo ene ma koyi ba eno so mo progress akwa na BYF wo so ebe stop enti aye o de clubs o mo timi yi o mo free BYF ni enti o mo dida Liberian team say first kwa na free time on jeje o mo na so kra no Sierra Leone ni ayim no mo ba ha o mo ntimi ye wa na uma ye wa bajaya yi kotoko free na league no worry ewo ni league na obo likuro bru ware but na wa ba Ghana be yi kotoko free so nti you know I say ya na economy points in dey say ya na beba eti ye ka the last 5 years am say Kessben page we na obi press wo say e fake e si there na media mane Dreams FC e beat kotoko na ya era be kwatre was say already headline here because you say 5 years till last 5 years wow to na kotoko ni now ye has of folk supporter no wa bogo ahwe say e dey bra no wa bought the last 5 years in the CAF interclub competition o mo brebia
okay
about that FMC
team Sonny
nothing shows they will come back now. Nothing shows
come nye bibia so back
say you know anka season be
na e hard drink akra ba
nanka ya say house of folk nka list omo gram kofa players, you know. I don't think they have any plan to come back and very tough. Let's hope say me the answer on no with few additions maybe they can do something better.
Okay, all right, yemrana yenye under 13 kakra Emilio no right.
Yes.
Any million 13 kakra right. Yemra division 1 matches. But no be a question be. Minim so obekaya no ka clubs no. But na my dreams be what do from 56. But never wa. Be take be 5 minutes for 5 6 maximum 7 minutes in years I do man.
Okay.
Ultimately na young year. It's there because any time.
It say be out trim could be 8 now because clubs on the doors.
Sir. Na obusa clubs are
about Ghana League. Yes.
Wow.
Inti uko wachi ya clubs ye gukura ebi eguni ade ni omu nyina abo bi.
Boka guni nya no omu nyina aba.
Say Abu Highlanders say egu.
Abu Highlanders.
Yes, omo park na wo park na wo baby a custom for no o free Angoraga Junction ko
no division be
the Premier Ghana League Abu Highlanders
park na school mo
school mu no baby o ma ye no astroturf no on say friend Highlanders Park
yeah be no
70 71 72 Abu Highlanders
you know where they escape from
Abu Highlanders abebo Kumasi United near from Asanteman
yes na in 13 no and 13 ka crab na fi yenye division 1 no so kaka
general yenya Yeji Stars yenya Techiman Holy Stars yenya Techiman 11 Wonders yenya BA Stars BA United Bofo Akwatano yenya team bia near friend Yamfu Rangers omo lower league ye lower and upper 69 70 yenya team BT say Young Apostles or that's room inso atrema bebobi Becheman United abo lower league da yenya team BT say Bechem United or that's room Brekum Arsenal Brekum Chelsea ena Aduana Stars omu nyina no abobo a omu free bono half region yenya team BT say Savannah Stars Gbewa United yeah
omabebo
Premier Gbewa mo na Abukari go na mafefe mu fifiri ba akotoko Gbewa no mo ha dweno Savannah Stars Tamale United yenya RTU enso ababebo ye Ghana League ni bi yenya Boga All Stars yenya All Stars and wa no so koye yenya Bogatanga Manovers omuso be ball lower league Ghana ha yenya Boga Tamale Aston Villa ono so ababebo lower league Ghana yenya team BT say Resportif Tamale Resportif unzi our Tamale Resportif or na old days your Tamale Resportif omuso ababebo bi ko enso honom a eno nso clubs Tamale City enso ababebo ma ball out you sidia omu nyina nso ababe di omu mmere pa enso Ghana yenya second D Hazakes second D 11 Wise second D Independence yenya Prestia Mine Stars yenya Takwa Gold Stars yenya team BT say Wasaman United Mediama omu enso nyina no abebo Ghana League ni bi enso so ko a omu nyina no former league clubs a omu aba
Mediama
Mediama edaso wum and to omu so Western region omu bo Ghana League na mabo Wasaman mabo Prestia Mine Stars mabo Takwa Gold Stars na mabo Wise Hazakes omu nyina so no efifiri sa region na keka ho asemi yenya Denchira United yenya Aguna Fankoba yenya team BT say Ebusuan Dwarfs abonto Venomous Vipers omu nyina nso ababebo Ghana League ni bi enso Asimfosu Soccer Missionaries omu nso abebo Ghana League a omu nyina nso ababebo Denchira United yenya babia ni Gold Stars Gold Stars so that's what Ghana League no former champions yenya Samra Boye Samates enso so ababebo Ghana League ni bi enso so yenya team B to say Abu Highlanders amebo ni din yenya Kumase Evergreens yenya Obuase Adansi United ene Adanseman Obuase Ashanti Gold New Adubiasi United yenya team B to say Asante Mampo Kuma Pem Stars omuso ababebo Ghana League ni bi enso mabo New Adubiasi Kessben baye ene dini change ye Ken Faisal abo Ghana League ni bi eno nso so team na ejina ne na so yie pa okwa no abaka krade ba from 95 ono so ba league na ono so ha adwene yie pa Cornerstone obeye ye kuma so Cornerstones omo so abebo ye Ghana League ni bi enso ni nyina no enso ye teams omo so abo ye Ghana League ni bi United Stars omo so abo lower league Oboma yenya kwaye bibre masuom yenya abu akwa susubibi akoso mo tester print club Akotes yenya Dwapon tester print Dwantes yenya team bia na ye friend abu akwa susubibi yenya Eastern Rovers yenya Akim United yenya Aguna so adro All Blast so ababebo Aguna Fankoba mabɔ ne din ɔmo nyinaa nso aba bɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bia ɔmo nso aba bɛdu ɔmo mmerɛ ayɛ Achim Kotoku Royals yɛnya team bi te sɛ ɛyɛ Diamond Stars Akotia Diamond Stars ɔmo nso aba bɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bia ɔmo nso so abɔ ne yie ɛnso ɛkɔ mabɔ abu akɔ susu bibi ɛna ɛyɛ osa wura mu nso a mabɔ Joantes mabɔ Akotes nso nti ɛhɔ no nso kagya bi ɛso so abɛbɔ yɛ league ni bi Pando ɛyɛ Mapro ɔmo abɛbɔ lower league ni bi yɛnya team bi a na yɛ frɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ Mighty Eagles ɔmo so abɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bi yɛnya ɛyɛ Heroes ɛso so wɔ ɛyɛ ho a ɔmo so abɛbɔ yɛ lower league ni bi kɔ ɛna Pando Heart of Lions ɔmo so abɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bi Ho Sunset saa team ni na ɔmo ne Kwame Nkrumah team Republicans ebo a ɔmo bɔ mbenya accident a ɛyɛ Baba Yara paralyze ontimi antoa so biem no 63 ɔmo so ɛba yɛ Ghana League ni bi enso ɛba be bobi enso ɛde kɔyɛ nti ɛhɔ so ɛyɛ teams a abobɔ bi enso ɛno no yɛnya ɛyɛ baabi a ɔmo so ɔmo nwene Agbavem Rivers ɔmo so ɛbɛbɔ lower league ni bi enso ɛde wura mu yɛnya Titanics Great Argonauts Islam Stars House of Folk Great Olympics yenya Kade Hospice Mamoni din me refi Power FC Dawu Youngsters so Dawu Youngsters mo enso aba bebo eko yenya Voradep from Ho omo so aba bebo eye Ghana League ni bi enso eko yenya team bi so ne afra no CAST Akotia eye cast omo so by na company name omo so be boy Ghana League ni bi yenya eye team a eno so ye friend no say Dumas GTP of Dumas Boys omo so be boy Ghana League ni bi ko yenya Geho Stars Nsawam Ghana Cans yenya eye Suhumas Bees omo so be boy Ghana League ni bi enso so eko wo sa boom ponko hwe wachi a Liberty Professionals eba koye Feyenoord Academy later be ye Wafa ɔmo so abɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bi enso ɛkɔ maka Kade Hospice nso a ɔmo so abɛbɔ bi kɔ Tema Sportif ɔmo so bae ɛbɛyɛ bia Tama Youth ɔmo so bae ɛbɛyɛ bia Fienya United enso bae yɛnya ɛyɛ Tamagapoa ɛyɛ Raiders ɔmo so aba enso so ɛkɔ yɛnya ɛyɛ Traders State Traders transporter yi ɔmo so bae ɛbɛbɔ ɛkɔ Road Masters from Tamale ɔmo so aba bɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bi enso so ɛkɔ eti yɛ league ni deɛ clubs no ɛyɛ bebree ɛna yɛ gu so ɛbobɔ enso ɛba House of Folk Great Olympics Asante Kotoko ɛda so ɛwom ɛne the 16 league clubs asisia currently ɔmo so ɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bi a ɔmo nyinaa nso so no ɛyɛ part of ɛyɛ teams a yɛ boroboro so enso so ɛde ɛba nti all the 10 regions a Greater Accra ena my more teams pa omo so abebo ye Ghana League ni bi pa wi a buna hafo ewom Ashanti region Central region enso so de omo de aba yenya Army Stars yenya Independence Army no omo change di ni man be ye Independent Stars omo so bebo ye Ghana League ni bi yenya Boys so Zebi United omo so bae ebebo yenya Apeguso Ano Warriors ɔmo so aba yenya Nima Manchester United Mr. Ameyaw team ɔno so aba abɛbɔ yɛ Ghana League ni bi enso so ɛkɔnti Ghana League ni de host of clubs ɛna abɛbobɔ enso so ɛkɔ enti sɛ bia wo ba bi na wa anti ukro team dia ɛyɛ ade a yɛ bobɔ ɛde free yɛ trimu ɛba enti de ɛdan a ebia de bi afa ɛdi so a
awa Mohammed Kayubi Hudu from Scotland or say SS74
yes 74 champion team ono so aba na SS74 no na ye defense Army Stars defense na another administration ba no mu change din no eti kochochi akantan kuntu blanse mo Alex Kamara Kwame Samson omu players a omu so di ba Ghana na omu ye top players pa na bi ya sojafo obo bia na ama so military badge na u defend o man no eti wa obo sa team ni bia no na soldiers badge wo number wo ye soldier ni number o de no wo service na wo ye na ye football wo free mu ana o ma a revoke wo licenses na wo call baby nti no so almost be hard
dwene tuna
it's tuna
and
stay cool yes the two nti na me answer me here na me say e bia wo ukrom ye re be fi yes dan so man stay cool Acotes. Akoso mo me boy Acotes me body. Yes me body. Me boy kwa bibrem. Dia ma bo bia me kai okwa so me boy kwa stores and am boy kwa United. Okwa stores be lower league 2 season 69 and 1970. Great Ashantis. Es wo ho Great Ashantis. Omo ye former FA Cup finalist. Omo boy FA Cup finals. Pen 59 de no kra na omo sa share Kumase Dynamos almost abo bi pen o say Masaka almost omo no omo bo third place second place bi when na ya we view Azaka say omo ntimi more finals against Corners in 59 after so omo refuse so omo be Founders Day Cup between omo ne Kotoko ti omo na omo boy na Corners eje cup no abra wo more finals and ono no ne Kotoko ball coronation match Kotoko share 3-1 ba no age ne cup eti stay cool Makai omo pa stay cool na oba e bi ese no usia house nko draw are go vohi no go keep Japan mo those days stay cool no mo ha adwene pa omo da to cool omo dawa kaka dance man stay cool and of the corner be Zetuna and a Sporting Marin Saint Marin so buy hospice me boy kede hospice Abraham boy akoti diamonds no and am kai say kede so Eastern region tsm di ne din ba ti babo kede hospice new plan stars 1992 na new plan be hard when we Ghana league pa almost SSS some of the Kotoko players no more esokoko gu new planner almost be boy adwuma pa wo aye be kwai no mo yetie no Premier College no ma kobo matches wo be kwai Nana Jamfi Park enti almost be hard new plan be ball finals in 92 wo ye FA Cup omo ne Voradep na 2-2 penalties na Voradep the J Cup no the free omo nsem enti almost be ball dey
pa the teams in the relegation da
apart from Kotoko and omo ba mu 2000s no so e bi nwe team bi ti say Mediama omo shase dey only Kotoko has say yan Dimotu has go down ko omo free old division no e ba new division no nanka 3 pen nwe nanka Kotoko has and Ashanti Good first na go face no oba 85-86 oboya no onwe da ba ye Dimotino no Olympics in red after 50 years of formation Olympics at in 1954 2004 50 years no more re out to you oba no onwe da out to so start 12-13 season omo ye don bet me bia in Ghanaian football ba na out to say bye bye anye ye bane wo mo mbo boase ene ade be bobo mo matches no mu jam say wo de ye nko ni ansam prepare mra o prepare ba esa be share Unity FC wo middle league Kumase esa ba bi still out to sakoye na anu adom sa ba ye o ma sakoye si o so ya ye yo club omore no maba omore no maba eti
say nema na ya mo omore no omoko ade don fix it
yes
no mo sa ade aba
team bit say all blast mo de no ne re nye na ore ano aba you cry ore wo chepa 70s wo chepa ansa no ba 96-97 obi te say wise Azakes ye yi ni film wise Azakes say abana Ghana aban sa time dictatorship etimi yi ni film say wo foul player man wo so mfa ma ye yi ko na ware no asaba no akọ Vipers Dwarfs omo de ye ka se ye mo league ni anwe omo ya ade but okoso a possibility to obeba no 11 wise mo obesa aba all blast ne ko check akra fan ko ba so ye bia afi ko e wamba bim susubri bi be torment Ghana league no ti omo ni be e be di second 69 ni ade omo so ko ye hu omo bim Acotes omo be fight ye 70 71 72 Acotes ha adwene eko fa Thomas Kankamo ye ohene Basian mo those days na omo wo team pa omo so compete munomo Michelle okobo house folk omo so ye bia yes omo ko ya omo so amabiem enti your traditional teams bia any factory clubs we say factory clubs no omo ha adwene bi say Dwantes obi ti say Takwa Gold Stars ene team bi ti say Gapoa teams na factories ọmọ ana sẹ twa ọmọ ka gay hawk ẹni ọhún sa
obi ẹ pe biara we
sa wọn Ghana kansi mu na yẹ kama paa
akredita for state traders na ọmọ yẹ GNTC yes akredita for Koforidua GNTC ẹna na ọmọ so ẹwọ alright also there was a team called Susubiribi from Koforidua. Ebuakwa Susubiribi.
Yes. Ebuakwa. No mbobo achim Tafu Rovers Park.
Okay.
Ona no mbobo.
It was from Paul. There was okay and so no. All right. Obuasa Danceman. I'm so okay.
Oh, Danceman by league. Na first year from Dance United 61 62. And omo ko buy 2000 so omo sa buy. Esa be boy there eye Charles Ampia. Omo ba bia obi twa one Joe Louis Okumase yes Fantinu town and your friend say asafone ya yidi obi anim no sa no kama pa Louis ka enti na ya Dance United be ya dance man
enti obi si Suhum Max
Beast me body me bo Max Beast me ka power so Koforidua Power FC
atim order half stars
Omunu ye lower league. As a bakasi bo lower league and upper league. Eti lower league no udi first no abe compete wo upper league nim. Enti sa time na teams bebre. Proud United mu nyina abobo
list the various champions from region to region. Boniface said we for Lubo and Boniface you may wait for the amount later why
ma me rekwa fitama Hurricanes so abo Ghana league na Pambros so sa no mo Greater Accra Greater Agone je se maka e wona na so Kofi Boa or the Bahas near
BYT's mind is programmed differently. How he consciously or unconsciously chose the list of the teams according to the regions in which they were based, made it easy and presentable. It also gave him the opportunity to remember which ones he had left out, and this is very commendable. Though we miss our BYT's presence has been a real discovery and addition to Kessben Sports. I recall our segment on Ghana's league and its table since the league's inception in 1950. Okay, kudos to BYT. Yawajay Sunyai Unadi and so Abba. All right. Your program where you know.
Oh. Instead of Sadie, say
BYT. You run at 13 the Sugar.
Yeah, I didn't run at 13.
Me and Bessebe Cho. Aye. Division 1 Kakra. Na Yemra Black Stars issues, you know. Omode in some Kakra by minim and this all Kakai. Titru players now more honor. Yemra teams now more bono. One whole deal with teams in the mood teams, and also one whole deal with Europe. Na yanko expert be brave and free players no. The second one no. The second one no the buy no. Na I no so some kakra plus other issues. I didn't know and the Black Stars. If I'm some videos no so high be that time near kakra dey babo. Answer do me no abo. BYT and twas.
Yeah, general the national under 13 Milo championship na ekoso. We know you school so ewo the whole Ghana regions 16 no mboa na mo yi mo champions na mo de abanti sesi am no ka say yenya final schools a omo ba beko ewo ye Isipon Sports Stadium wo na ye Kwabenya Atomic MA Basic School omo ene Nkoko Salvation Army ena eko finance na Nkoko Salvation Army ene eye team ami bodin a from say Kwabenya Atomic eye teams omo no omo hia ye me kire wanchi Methodist Primary omo Salvation Army for na show omo 4 was semi finals omo free and afi denchemuosi enso ye Western North Primary omo so free mu enso na general ade ba ko a ye hwe wo sa tournament we mu ni say Greater Accra minim so ombeje omo first title out of 9 editions no nya Greater Accra gibida Eastern region so dia imagine for the third time and it should be that Northern region Tamale agene twice and Ashanti Eastern region so these two schools aba beje pen but so obi je miensa so de enya de bia sida it Eastern region so Salvation Army school no eje a wo nkokọ omo ebe the third team and trophies na akọ Eastern region na so nkokọ schools ena enso atimi age nti omo match omo boy no you know omo she 4-0 enso ewo wa na sa goals no se de si ba nkora no you know omo ye players adache omo future pa ekwan mo fa so eje ball 10 no omo twatwo o hwe bi o TV so nya asem koto kwada no akasa no in terms of football knowledge you know so omo grow pa de ba na you know nkwa no so passion ade ba ko a ya observe wo mu ni say time a wanchifo no nya penalty bi na akwada na o boss a penalty say on na lead top scoring chart no na boy yi obi a onyini kra oye just 11 years ono so ewo mu a obo be friend James Tawia or Salvation Army was 7 goals e tournament na akwa no bob penalty was 19 jersey no a bob back rolling CB their friend agaho yi no hura akoso say small boy na you know unim say school friends say Methodist senior high school primary war wenchi tama ye show mo no enkola na susa we ye do only the top scorer no yeah we akora kotoa it was 7 goals
na wana ichira di
referee Patrick ne nkola ni su atatama Samuel Jan ejina ho kora do butwa picture no nkola na susa who se passion na omde bobo no nya omuni o wanchi Methodist omni Samuel Jan dey twa picture but nkola ni su omusu se omo lose sa semi final game no na ya reho sempa nti baby jet eso o anu o console wo mo ene ade
na mu twa picture abu su za
so yes o de no mo da fo mu o ya reho sem se omo pe bibia ye so we na ma we player na bokotoko ne ha sa enkura akura pe bibia ye o Milo championship now wanya privilege bo big team like Kotoko has now didi agro ye mfa ni agro sa na je na akora ba ko so ye fra ne Derek Boatin o Salvation Army ho also ni din the Derek Boatin also person ye say Derek Boatin of Black Stars o person o sa Barcelona football club nti ye dua ba ko busa anasem say Derek o person wo ye dey na akoda ni chirichiri mu general na utia na wasi egu say also person dachi bia na obo ne ball no obo Black Stars no obo Barcelona nso
okay. Become Blasters legend and he's one of them and now also a Derek Boatin. He was also a midfielder like you. To Bompire such this guy will meet you and so Super Bowl acquires on power. What is it? It is a wolf in their region. East region. Into school in the say. Salvation Army. Why in Fasa? Nkoko. And this is a Cameroon. Nakasem show one more Nkoko CC say Derek Boatin I say as it's Obobo Ama Nkoko for Obobo representing East region was supposed to them and they should watch out for you say in the coming years are also going to be one of the biggest stars in Ghana. Can we be sure?
John for Maba Sports Stadium. Milo games, but on person here, the Boatin midfielder.
Nice one, nice. So that's a message from Derek Boatin, the young Derek Boatin to the bigger Derek Boatin over here in Ghana. My name is Steve Brown, I'm this Ghana Sports Stability, a midfielder.
Osi onim Derek Boatin ba watini din ba onu so din no Derek Boatin to be so we say Derek Boatin Blaster dache we aye hweka di say bia mfie du achi bi no na ye boni din yes what is obobo bia Salvation Army for na a project na omode ne enso e de ba ye nti eno so eno ti general say the city e wo ho no enkwara no na akwara ba ko so 8 years your friend Fawaz Yusuf our Methodist experimental e wo northern region akwara na ye warm up just 8 years no ye warm up na eduru time ye changing in na bam no oba wa jibol o tum say yes the who did the jersey no that e di be 12 years 50 years na o hesa video na ono ha be hu sampa brebi baya na oye akete boge bia o jersey share ya no oni mpanifo press so unse height no ono no 8 years it was 11 for 10 any at least 12 because primary now obi betima nya be 11 12 years no class 6 and no mu compete it is a share ye game and watch ball no wan so 8 years no ye warm up no abam ni age freeze o tu so mu bullying na gaza o savage ball here no control come on you channel eti Fawaz Yusuf ni opo game no na akora no susu say ya hye omo na ono so northern region ka omo ba beje for the third time na Methodist experiment ka me say missionary schools no ya ade wo tournament ni mu pa o ona asaje edi oye bia wantimi anko na wo ba no ne raho ne raho Asante region dey answer dan ko ye hwesa
ka ye di Joe Louis samre na no so
yes Abiski
ne ko ball tournament bi wo ball gatanga Joe Louis obakaya binim so tie program obakaya from Okes.
Yes.
And they come Katanga ko Milo games here. You know, kiti. Kai, but don't they know 3 week kakra. But Oshe omo ano omo bona. On the kiti. No wonder such the best player.
Wow, wow, a beast.
Outside say, and nyama ball gafon di beche no.
Wow.
Na kola ketu omo dey smoke near DM.
Wow.
Nyama ball Katanga for the bar. Wow. Joe Louis.
Wow.
No wonder. So where kakraka.
Wow.
You know, enyame
that be ano. Say you can say 2014 Fata Wishaku be Bobby. E wo Paju Park. And they were Black Stars. 2014 after 12 years was a national team JC. And so at the man the Ghana Blasters. The general say na kwa Asante region dem say Swami Methodist C primary any B omo kabu mu omo an ekoye and the man said anku ya mfa ma Asante region. But as a missionary schools this Methodist Presby Salvation Army so sorry. So omo dominative football no e wo ye regions no because most of the regions no obia rep no a missionary school sorry no de ba nti general say so na e koso anyame adoma enne e be hu do ono so bitimi age be ko Greater Accra for the first time and I said be ko Eastern region nkoko to be precise for the third time 2 editions are omaje and 2 titles omaje nyina so no nkoko na na ko ye ti ye hwese e be sa ko nkoko
after division 1
yeah general division 1 league division 1 league no be busa Oko DBB Diana. Unse after 2021-22 na your board decide that 2021-22 Tamale City ene omunuanom out you mo topic group on be board decide ane ade no. Efiri wo ba no mpanfo ye se on be che region nim. Na omo aye ne se zone A and B but the same zone 1. Eti efiri wo no mo ye se asentokwane ne said na wanchuanchi ne tie no omo ma northern part for no omo osoro pa no ate omo boga wa tamale ekono no omo ate omo na omo working tampo de batachiman ene wanchi ene sunyan mo mpotem doma mo esoso ate omo enti omo ye ne sa enti ababenya zone 1A and 1B ti say first said ne ebono no ye bowi na ababo sub middle league ni middle league ne omo aye ne saa ye wi a wa be di first wo zone 1A and 1B no ma be bo decider enso ewo neutral venue eti o hwa the other zones na we di first automatically wa qualify but from 2022-23 no and mpanyfo sesan eti ye hu say teams bi ti say 11 wonders ene nsu atrama abobi pen sanso na 11 wonders ne altu abobi pen last time 11 wonders competing or qualified by it ya bia na nei yasa akonya so this will be the 3rd or 4th edition ye nya sa decider no enso ewo neutral venue as a playoff one off game na wa qualify no aba unlike first na udi first anu aba no kra no ye benya a Tamale City for no so msa abo playoff na chance no nya 71.71 points eno ye the game no ko Accra Sports Stadium omo win 2-1 omo qualify by nti tietia o hwe the other regions na ntisa but omo de ne de ya chem 8 no ya chem yenu ama 8 out of 16 no 88 na wa no mo be bot 28 matches obi an ne yonko be home na away twice eti me call ha obeba ne asabo the next round me call ho no aba ne asabo the next round akopim say ebe miti the other zones ne de no but the other zones about 30 matches but omo de na am say 8 over 4 ubenya 28 matches unya 30 nti no enu nti na last game no ye bo playoff na afi omo win nso no enu so omo playoff enu so omo bona ye unya team obewe kra enso ade afiri nti je na won ye tietia ba bi asem no na weekend we no ba bi anu a eye gidigidi bia with the exception of zone 2
okay
Debibine Tamale City omo biki omo take it for the playoff dada next month ena osai hwemu a Port City omo so buki omo place dada omo so qualify nti omo so match a je no omo bo na nhyada any bearing bia wo qualification so ebi omo we no ena omo wo set games a also omo hye na ebi omo so etime kam enti wahwe fixtures na points near 55-47 na ade ba ko ehu ni se all stars ana team ani dia abusuan dwarfs Asante Gold 04 omo na lead table na as Gold 04 55 points as our points way points are 8 points between omo and abusuan dwarfs were 47 88 points no aka 3 matches ye bo we 27 ni about 28 29 30 ye bo 26 ni wie no and omo bo week 27 and nani china now omo bo week 28 week 29 week 30 84 points now and our games now can be possible 12 points it is out of possible 12 points now we are leading 80 dada meaning omo compare 4 and now 5 aba be kan no omo qualify
okay
it is na unza buso ado as a lose omo game omo bon ne ansa na Asante Gold 04 abon china na che say emu be dia ma dwarfs
okay
say as Gold 04 rene no mko 58 na dwarfs lose a abe 11 points
okay
aka 3 matches sa 3 matches near 9 points e pass no way so omo bo draw say kim kura na e wo say as Gold 04 rene na fe still ano otimi ekọ baby next week ye be sa kasa zo we wan asem ye say 2 teams ni na rene and I say abusuan dwarfs arene na as Gold 04 elusu and aso abo draw eno sa ne de e sa teso Emma ne beka 6 points and I say eba beka 5 points there ma the other games no so ho aye kana kakra but rest baby dwarfs e corner baby o lose just a game pay as Gold 04 pen akwase o mo yes ahwi no all stars o dwabo so no eti ho na me dwene say buso dwarfs performance of late ni nye eti to beat boboku ani dia de sahwi all stars o sa krumo no ebe game agena ebe den dia mo pa ebe den dia mo nti ho na me hwe se All Stars etena fie ma do asehye ne dia na bia do as for mini business and as omo pese omo stretch as go do for until the final day say see more the final game a we as go do for eni kwa se wudi ahurusie wo krum esan se bibia betimi asi but hwe se All Stars last weekend omo ma soccer intellectuals share womo but e wo fie no ma she Kimfesa no ma she nsuapon after losing to Asante Gold 04 and Ebusua Dwarfs last time or winning away fall back January 26 and January 26 January and was share away league game we bought 4 matches we draw me and say lose baako it you also away record and general it is Ebusua Dwarfs betima pick it up no atimi akwa share sa game compared to your starting season no to be week 21-22 omo performance ano omo bo any in the last 7-8 matches no what they toto ho a boy brasa nti Ebusua Dwarfs e wa away no you see 2026 wa winning 26 January February March any April womi on winning away nti anu ye game a bema aye den kakra say possibility say obetimi alusu no e was so because say All Stars so alusu just a game pe wo fie no ahye obi a until Asante Gold for kwose omo nti omo so enu omo ba be wie na Sky FC so atoa as Gold 04 na as Gold 04 baby adroi na Sky FC sa game no bad this Sky FC bitimi ahye from Dabuasi to bekwai no ebetima ye kwa atenten dia ma wo mo because as Gold 04 hu ni say so we win some match we even say na omunya score line e kire say Ebusua Dwarfs a lose e wo dwabo so won dia ene e kwam bia so omune Sky FC su di be wi nti enne ani china ye nya do qualified that this year sa next weekend.
Okay, BYT, you better also ask some show match no be live.
Me vacha.
Teacher as good and say a dwarfs.
Yeah, it was
more games no say more na mushu no Kessben TV. I say mo a show a ma ball and the division 1 matches no our Kessben television so no. You better also the amamo we a final whistle dumienu yai ena ye pejai mo meme ndabia ye de bremo. Good morning, Joe. There was also Likpe Heroes, Invincibles, Obuasi Hearts of Folk, we if you Kwabena Black. Kwabena Black, Obuasi, and a 7 countries, so now you're free to be Likpe Heroes, also aboard the Premier, another division, such that an first division, right?
But Lepe Heroes top flight league there.
Okay.
A lower league in America. Say lower league in the Obuasi Asofuk. Yes, our Obuasi Evertons. No more than my come once and Corada say there was a team in Obuasi, their friend Obuasi Asofuk. Ami boom Mudinti. Lepe Heroes Mbo main a league nibi say top flight down. But Omonso Abu Bobo. Omone Kejebi greater cancer mo. And you know a Pando Mapio Adontin United. Omunyina no abobo sa lower league na me bro so no, but as we say omba be the main one there enya de omonso atimi abobisa.
Okay. BYT, please help us with the number of Ghanaian players that have been part of their teams that have been relegated abroad. Bawa, B. Isaac, Liberation Barracks, Sunyai, una di way about Andy Bayan Wajuma, your players, no, ne class or more born, no more, no more relegation. Yeah, Junior, yeah, Kwaba, na Andy Kem, or by side when in answer the Mamo. All right, Pamcho, you ever call the Kokofa a year more videos, no so sense, some like Rabba Eba, that fee, you better wrap up. You share more videos, no. Your pages.
If I may, Mr. Joe, good morning. It's shall never be your phone. If I may, Melu, because I'm free to us. And I'll pay so dear, Mr. Madrin check. Can say, I think the Arsenal is high time also Muja at Teta Coin. Because, Sir Joe, so I hit Sima Teta a building for this season. Any the kind of football mobile. And I say, Arsenal is my winning league in this season where my name motivation be my players in here at their bonus season, because we are happening for I think 4 consecutive years. I think every league na last minute movie. So I think it's high time say the manager has exceeded his strength and that's a capacity for managing a top tier team, and therefore I don't see any motivation or the ginger boys in for next season. See, Mr. Stay in Pamateta. Namaste.
Sergio, good morning. This is Michael from Ablekuma. Sergio, Nekre, and Ramitna Sidi 8 year and came, and an adrenaline so me sign bomb program no 8 year. Sergio, young coach no way Jumayo, ye can crepa away Jumaye. Because Oshesisia yen goalkeeping na yen shedenya yen goalkeeper. Either say Benjamin Asare and I say Atizigi. Ye need right back. Ye need left back. Yen 4 and 5 are caneno ne ye Salisu. Any Jikuno. Sisia Salisu won't mean ko World Cup Akajiku. Ye nyanya partnership. I feel we ye midfield na ye nya number 6 because Pate only case as you see our fame and our only form to say pata ye no ye 18 so zibo on sheda and ye consistent ye ni number 10 goodus April ye Sergio ye ni number 10 ye ni number 10 ye 11 and a 7 also and a ye wo ye shede ni bench ye beka say oh in terms of ball no wa ye dia ye wo bench ye betimi aye den abeboa. It will show a new coach here, said the Andrea and the came or come. Say your problem now. Omo amudi otu ado buy the ne cre say you omo bomb modern cra ne cre ni yankopo enimi omo bomb modern cra. Iti ne mompa ye Ghana de bibia ye mpaibo. Nti ye mompa ye na ye mfenta ye new coach nechi. Ebia why experienced coach no obetimi asesan new mema manya. Yankopon Shamo, and near Juma Pamo, Medasi Bebre. Michael near from Ablekuma.
Anɔpɛ yi wo ne w'abɔgyafo nyinaa mema mo nyinaa akye ma mo ne adwuma. Sergio, epacho medin de teacher Bonti. Mekasa free Asante Achem of Fonse. Sergio, anɔpɛ deɛ masɛm bisa ɛyɛ bɔkɔɔ. Kotoko new border abɛyi. Why no mu yi no sɛ CEO sɛ de bɛyɛ akotoko betimi akɔ n'anim. Ɛna Ghana ɛkwan ɛfa so a yɛ press conference ɛwɔ sports mu no to da bi a asɛ ha adwen. Deɛ ntina meka saa hwɛ sɛ yɛn won veli coach na yɛafrɛ pressmen. Ɔmo na ɛwɔ opportunity anaasɛ ɔmo wɔ kwan bɛbisa questions ɛbɛboa ɔman no nyinaa. Na supporters group of supporters abɛgye hɔ afa. Ɔmo baeɛ no sɛ hɔ ana yɛbɔ gyama in the presence of new coach a waba. Also no, it doesn't speak well. Emma Ghana, the ebesere, yanye press supporters, a press conference. Yebe wisa coach no. Mon central for benya kwenya na matoto coach na no. Coach no so ka asɛm o emphasis say ewo unity. Ono kura won free Ghana no, obedi ne pa no, o kasafa unity. Meaning say with unity no, o man no bitimi de nkunimde ayɛ Abba. Sergio Aroni Nyankuma say ahenkro. Sergio, the person to me can say coach na Ghana Blaster yet me a fan. Carlos Gures. Yes, say Omo free hand no fanye adwuma. The every share free a buying penny for any football people no say they should give the coach a free hand to operate. Yempena from a prayer way ni ade wo yo broni di eni agine di. Ya broni di say so man a chance na ono obetuma ye adwuma. Yempe any kind of influence bia from the GFA. Now to me enye adwuma. Say Joe Chelsea for the almost omo here directions. Directional Chelsea for a here. Because you see and me hu say directions are teams ni bebree nya omo dey fight forward in Chelsea ni bi. Honest no ye nneoma bi a ema coach bia po bebe kura ne flourish no kura do. Be ko form kakra. Yes right. And Liverpool weekend ye winning hands down. Because you see and ye near Brescia about Champions League in the next season. Say Joe Aroni Nyankuma say ahenkro. Oni nyame enye adwuma.
Good morning, General Carrasco, Old Butter and Accra, and a Pemjidis and Yamadum, Obiang was this one. Weekend away, Arsenal and Newcastle, and Pimso. Arsenal for no weekend, Man City, Elko FA Cup, Omumbo Premier League, into Mum making sure say match away, Ombesha goes, normal winning games, and a Mbaga Kodasru. Now, Omumbo Mumma no want to mean G League way. Nasasa, I went to me and G League way there and Oman Yade Baku say, and I feel Callum McFarlane so, or Shalis, or see Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, and Nico Palmer, only best positions. I want to me deliver. Only Palmer born the best position, and I say, your man the right boss, or better me I deliver. Into making sure so, only players never bought. On the right positions, no one to mean deliver. Players no so no more per coach you need to say upon listen or moon call for revenge because 2 matches in the list for no matter for 4 points and a free chairs for 1-1. I feel so Lord Amwa, young wishing a speedy recovery. This year the and yet injury kitwa because recovery state in the crown to meet the best 6 months, 9 months now dear. The doctors in the back on making sure say best on this pa no on share no so ye say na be recover no recover ye and I feel so yembo coach Kasim Mengo yembo na baso players no offer for black galas is in there and no to me no man be 90-95% why are there and I say and run so na Carlos Cruz or impressed ye players in be Suraj Seydou Muni Ali Mohamed Mu
ana Salim Mohammed mu ubejeu eche dogli ni de onim bobo pa general onim bobo ankasa because machine closely say ewo ya astrotef biso wa ewo tuba astrotef no onim bobo ankasa Busquets mu type ne bi until players no omuyire omu se na be ya coach no nso owo interest we bi mu ana from nso ana omunso nko deliver madam ase mo nyame ni adwuma Carrasco ni Old Batan Accra.
Sergio, good afternoon. Michelle no abejo fin na Sergio me ha kakra on any Chelsea Sergio. Well, ni Chelsea fans yan kasa ye pe Robin ye pe bragging. Nimum sa Liam Rosini se so a physics teacher or chemistry teacher. Otna bench den yan so we be steady na on a grand porter in our demeanor and we posture. What's bench at the same thing. We need we need any coaching mentality be there yan say what's bench. Now I feel the 11 players a wombo. Oba you nya some 1 or 2 3 street wins between us na oko press conference akasa na didi. Mimi hu ni kasa na didi na musa akwa yombo an Chelsea. Sejo ye ble Chelsea fans ye ble pan of course. Se na de na ekone pa the Champions League ni yento ya adwum. Ye krampo an sha e conference na be kwa akobo. Obi Sejo to Bolina Gabalio someone wo bang na Sejo team na Abramovich time no be hu Ramirez Maluda Anelka. You see all those players no me qualified. Na wo ba sabe wo ba na wa ko fantebi nkutin Ganacho Gittins Sugo na mo sim kwampo ni akwa we Brockles na Liam Delap wo bobo abega say wo ko wrestling chese wo ni defender be ko sa football adwin bi ni team. Sejo Estremo mo shena mo boy na Chelsea ni yeble.
Joe, good morning. Joe, Dr. Sonio. Slebi so. Ana Ghana for na omo complain. E blame coaches Black Stars coaches. And a new one ya wa be ya. Omo complain say and a local player, no local players and a local players. Joe we pacho. The person bisa Ghana for local player be no nimbo ba on cover Black Star. Adana Ghana for your hand finish local player be no nimbo ba ye fa ne cover Blaster. Ball omo ba ha yi. Ball omo ba ha asan kotoko other teams. Ball omo as a class 1 for boy. Ye fa mo cover Blaster for what? And omo self yi nti na omo ye yes anya man. Omo nja coach no nye na adwuma.
Alright, I'm ready to call anti yadi enusu besia na yaba and the cam so mo videos kakra no pam ready to me fapi. But last person na kasa you know ono na your friend Dr. Su yes metabun divas una sisi can say dressing because or the space be boom you know yeah I'm saying be 1 hour na boo you know okay I check those days yeah Dr. Su Maxima on so I don't know. Yensi na you should be more fire brutal. No. I say local players no be anywhere is a friend of Black Stars. Yensi Dr. Su dia no so menim say if it's a possible there. Any possible
Yem free.
Okay, yes anti Dr. Su.
Joe, good morning. Joe, Dr. Su ni. Slebi so. Ana Ghana for na omo complaining. E blame coaches Black Stars coaches. And a new one ya wa be ya. Omo complain say and a local player, no local players and a local players. So we pacho. The person bisa Ghana for local player be no nimbo ba on cover Black Star. Adana Ghana for your hand finish local player be no nimbo ba ye fa ne cover Black Star. Ball omo ba wa ha yi. Ball omo ba wa ha asan kotoko other teams. Ball omo as a class 1 for boy. Ye fa mo cover Black Star for what? And almost self a yinti na omo ye anya man. Omo nja coach no nye na adwuma.
Dr. So Maxima minimum be on kwa de bahuna ni. Okay, nyon nebe discuss no. Onye san kan no simple kan tie nto aso da.
The okay got out of broker. We said you. I didn't know how you almost
one to the low, no one shine high. Yeah. Who knows it? But
the lane spray fast one.
So what is the water never here? 70 Ghana. I said water. Yeah, story.
You know, na same way ne Alaji Mama Salia de na be shi anti Mama Nshasi. Okay. Number 1. local players to the Blasters. You know, I discuss the same way over and over. Enipa bebree a omoka se yemfa players from local league in Nko Blaster no. Ensem aya ametati so omoka ne baako ye. Na se foreign for ne ba omo nso mebo hwe.
Ebi so tena bench. Omobi. Miso bi o have friend tournament you know omobi obetena bench.
De bia oba so omobi.
De bia so omobi.
Yeah. Ensem baako bi kan ebi nso se yemfa motivate ye local players no. Intinimi you know the first thing I was able to say on the said you no World Cup as a whole, but national team call up no, you should be called on merit. Sani ya defre. U deserve u nimbo. U betimi abo. And I was here defre. Now to the local players, said you Meminsura Ghana League here boy, about 3 top players Kevin Cromer of Mediama will be part. Oko Hall City, why you find a Blaster? Oko Hall City and the name team justify your inclusion. I don't want to back to Mediama. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, be cheaper.
Or you're a member of Blasters, you're friend for Blaster 2 games. I cover the Japan and Korea. Obo Mediama. He's one of the best players in the Ghana Premier League. Seminsura, I mean, who will be a Premier League no crab or champ? Or dazzle with ease. Mediama team no football anymore na commerce. He was not good enough for Hull City first team. Or under 19 Hull City team. Still back to Mediama. It tells you how the local football has declined to that particular level. And then Koda.
Hull City.
Yes. I say my making right over only 1 month. Only 1 month. Or a member of Blasters. So you say discuss Kotokone has the person who bomb modern Africa as a medica. Yes, call the shores of Africa. No more quality mra team nim. Say no ne betimi abu mama compete with Africa and I'm a players in Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Into the catch any say. Yeah, had you pew. See 2 emotions to a tree. Now see you deal with the subject matter. The quality of players say had on one level in new Blaster. I'll come to whether a slot should be quoted, and I've said it already. Say, the baby so the suggestions will come. But so do you see a check it the level of the Blasters? Yeah, I need a say, oh, now see a couple ball strash. Bow ya, couple more strash, you'll be a bit miabo. Bow ya, a couple more Germany shade, you'll be a bit miabo. By Yankasi, a quack Obama and Crofwashe, ye players on the quack Obama yet in Yakoyadim. And no. Again, Blaster is not the only way to motivate local players. In any case, national team call-ups, I don't take it for motivation. Hence, I believe, say player not born whom or know him, but na coach they believe in his technical quality, he can be considered. But Sabo we are no more. Na your stadium near Korea, the Kasa. Sabo we are no more body accosted you may see and cobiun. The catcher say, your standard number firm. To play for your national team deserve a certain quality. Into the Bia make say, near the sentiments say canning in a near referee say. They will be playing against the very best in the game at the World Cup. So team will approach that who players now more no winning born out so almost. Yet the local players ne kwako fiso. It is a joke the catcher say your local players ne standard ne dear. Say ye dino crama ye home. Born now mo bono and fem initial. And I've said it time and again that under 20, under 23, local Blaster and we said you Senegal more chan team. They don't create a quota for the chan team in their national team. Chan for no money nimbo. Africa, ye ain't no more. You got the same qualified. Yeah. So you players now ye Jew or Mudino. See, I don't want one thing. He's one of the best players in the local league, Libya League in Amfa. Salim, he's the best player in the Ghana Premier League now. Even Cincinnati team B cry was difficult for him. But O'Brien was taking a league by storm. Okay. It is a joke. Yen tum say, see the emotions say to a chida. Ye players na kasana a wahane level ne die dinra e fem. That is number one. Right. Number two. say utie enkomo ayada FW mpanimfo dia and you know the issue of obi betra bench omobi no dodo na ya na free FW quartet fo ni bi na eka dodo na achi aka bebre so ono dey believe say ye be kwa kofa foreign players ni bebre betra bench omobi no say ye ma local players ni bi kotra bench omobi nyeska
teams ni benyeska
nye World Cup no say can matches
okay
matches in America but say yo Blasters ye team ye ni team I jina wa anho de ni akase de bi mu kwa akososo abom kotena bench. We are in the process of building a very good team. Nti enye wo kotena bench enye ska nko that is not the only sort of motivation. In any case, ye ka say ye mfa free ye ban ye ne dan lad nko World Cup. Ye kan ye kotoba has back. Players are not expect senka ene ye raise concern about the goalkeeping position of the Blasters. Where is that lad? You know why? Inti pushia you push in from under 20 say at neck of Blaster and pass over about Amaso Fasobi Amaso. A free year ban your way in Fasobi Amaso. But we're pushing for those players. You can see in Rich Molam Timonko and Fasobe and Basu. The progress of those players, Nikusi say. In Faso Amaso.
No money, boy. Rich Molam.
No, did I say it? And yet, okay, afterwards.
Rich Molam, near friendly game, coach now. What was the name? This British.
It was Chris
Hutton. One for that movie crowd.
Yes, yeah, then Namibia.
Man, about 5 minutes here. But
born now by professionals need to form about. What's your fan about 5 minutes?
No, train form.
Match young renew and I refuse.
Was it name on train form?
Martin, young renew and in Namibia now.
Local a match. Yeah, then match.
Friendly match.
Friendly game.
Yes.
A friendly game.
Oh, Bobby says, you know.
Until about 5 minutes of time, be a Bobo Kumasi, a player or Black Stars. Na fire BB on fans, no. Fajo support my Black Stars.
Ah, you know, and fans and support. And
to bench son is up.
You know, there be fans that support them.
Oh, Cassia, who the progress.
Yes,
I'm saying, boy, no more invite you, no. Oh, Mamma,
I'm so movie. I'm talking about after your invite, your trajectory as a footballer. Because you know, you call it players now. You see, I'm from motivate to man. Now you motivate to we are. O trajectory inside that you need to come back and help the Blasters. And I'm saying that all those local players now, you see, I'm from proof sure. So I can. No more. Obedient to me, I'm back. I'm not talking about whether so in your opportunity or when your opportunity. But see a fair player, I see him from motivated no one stay in the league. But players after you promote to the Blasters or progress in it to say.
I'm saying that we promote from clubs or Africa, the Black Stars. No, your players in free Ghana, my FS
outside
teams or outside, not Europe,
outside Ghana,
Africa. So and time from one year from Okra.
So I'm saying your league need one go Europe and one
no way.
Africa
they no way.
And then
who players now invite home from Africa.
Ebi a say Opo Kwaj Makobo CS Fasien bi na omo je. Me say omo pa na hu say na omo wo Africa na bi a hu say kola. Na say dey
one tra no one Europe that's a hand out in the
Edunjima so ko South Africa Koluanga Black Stars.
How many matches of Bomber Black Stars?
Ono oba bi ot bench.
Ono so sa Edunjima to bench. Mean kai match of Bomber Black Stars.
But you know, but we are also not looking at the performance of the players. Players now, you can enjoy more performance. Say, merit Blaster call up. That is the angle I'm looking at it for.
Yeah.
It make up players the trajectory after getting the Blaster call up now. I'm more exposure. I'm more that exposure. I'm game na kwa kudru him. The next to take over now, Debbie. Now, you're friend on to. Let's come to Alhaji Mama Salia. A question. Do you know? See, you share a national team here. You know, or the video the buy. No. Do you know?
How you in terms of how Europe there now? A place more Europe now. Our teams in performance and teams.
Okay, then what the Bamini look at the
you in the crib in a call here.
Do you know a league here, boy? You players or madam game ready. Se Kobasi ye consider kwa, obviously they need to be considered. Maybe two because of time. So for bit says Salim Adams. Now here the profile as a player. One, or under 20 former national team player. He was part of the under 23 team now a call. Morocco the last time I qualify see a qualification for Olympic Games. osa de ne ba wasa kwa abontia konya exposure odi no sa to nchan a if he's not the best player in the league now, he's one of the best players in the Ghana Premier League. The team na lead the Ghana Premier League. Again, the performance as a player now checking the roles in midfielder. All the 3 roles in midfield is capable so beat me abo. It is all person consider player be in the national team. Salim can be considered. Atakumi of Baby Good Stars. Onusi another player. So share your striking the area. Now we share only profile now. At least the number of goals I was showing in the Ghana Premier League and how consistent I was in the last 2 seasons, you know, he can be considered. Now to the Blaster team.
I'm also in love with this player, Rudolph Mensah.
Solid.
Yes.
So Rudolph is one of these all person consider coming on the buy. No, also because of time,
okay.
He's another potential player. He's another potential player. And I
yes.
The age in a sour fame. Into another or a player one for the future, you can consider him.
Yeah.
You can't blast number 9 on your account.
Yeah.
And in the game against South Africa, of course South Africa the one started, but when he came into the game or making the presence felt, MOBN will say a youngster has arrived.
Yes.
It is another quality player that can be considered.
Oh, yeah, very good.
No, because because of time and I said you do yaba. You know, all those guys are potential that can be considered. All those guys are potential that can be considered. And Rudolph Aokan from the Division 1 Oba Premier League, maybe goes no Obo. He's another consistent player.
Okay.
Now to the Blaster itself. Chejo say Carlos Kuresaba. Ebesa the goalkeeping and semna sa akwachi. Ebesa the goalkeeping and semna sa akwachi. Say yes, I ba be number 1 goalkeeper for the Blasters. In less than 3 months to the World Cup, Ghana is looking for a number 1 goalkeeper. But country be a World Cup the goalkeeper number 1. Country be away. Benjamin Asare of Hasselhoff could be in the position of Hasselhoff. You know, we're talking about the right back. Another area. Yes, breast you beating me and your be. So show to Adwa. No, you should calibre for Norgerland. You know, only team that 6. Ewo, a league now more bono, ewo honim. 6 and no that. Offer Gideon Mensah on the left. That is another area, as you. O shared within the local terrain. Patrick Asiedu, Suleiman of Mediama, and then Isaac Affle of Samates. These 3 players normally line up Ewan Chenho. Isaac Affle Wako Blaster, that this is not the first. I think this is about the second time when you're in the Blasters, so you're part of the Galaxies. Patrick Asiedu started well, Nijane Doom. Suleiman has been fantastic for Mediama throughout the season. And to say she a left sider. Gideon Mensah a part of the Ozek team or Moko relegation, or said you. Or a part of that team. Also, we are talking about Derek Cohn. Against Germany, or my flashes. But there are calls for Baba Rahman to come back to the Blasters as well. It is okay the 3 fullbacks here we are. Said you. Still, I am solve your left back problem. No. Into 1, you solve your goalkeeping problem. No. You solve your right back problem. No. You solve your left back problem. No. And come to the central defensive pair. You didn't send Kajikuni Salisu the Dieko. But said you. Salisu Akwakupra. And the day Pepra some Babeka. Pepra played for Nice. Said you Nice and so you Nice are now cause Nice and so pre-relegation where right also. Nice is pre-relegation where so he needs to free on us ko Germany ko Ajete. Ajete and so Bob Wolfsburg on no crowd on start when you be more. Ni team no so called relegation. Into general, your central defensive pair no, you could have bought CSK Moscow, the team leader sees in the Russian league. Apart from that, in Nkoyi, come to the central midfield position. Offer Kwesiziba, Real Oviedo at the relegation zone or Moko relegation.
So
offer Elisha and so team leader relegation or Mosoko relegation or say, only Gideon Mensah now the same team. Thomas Partey in the last 3 games for Villarreal, general game no crowd will be more. He's supposed to be the main brain in our midfield. It has been tough for him. Yaka Fata Wishaku and Jordan Ayew there or relegation on the Leicester City Airport. Kamal Suleiman had been on and off for Atlanta. Prince Kwabena Edu had been playing so well. 18 games, 5 goals for a team a friend, a Victoria Pleasant. Offer a Inaki Williams, a 9th on the league table for team a friend Atletico Bilbao. You know, key areas within the team have been tough for the Blasters. Say, on betting me are filling those areas. Maybe on Monday, I'll look at the options, both locally and foreign. I should say guys know what it takes because you know for a central defense here making ya. Oba local, you Alex Boache a potential. You will Razak Simpson another potential. You will Ebenezer Aban another player on also be a penalty. You better share omo near share options na why we know. Near they are better to look and say whether any of these local guys can be given the chance. Samson Obama for the we have right back man can't remember Adoma Kudin. Obama for the even the central defense Ali Mohammed and then central midfield can Eche Dogley, can Sana Sedu and all those players can be considered. Did you know Okoba on Monday you better expand the near but for now dear okay the same way now you coach the Kasi Jumana dia now we see Jumana very very challenging but let's see what will happen going forward.
But you also not Mediamaga Kamadi Mamudu no nya bi bopa blaster near your friend right but also kwa Hilal Champions League Okobubo minimum also for the first time maybe African player be so be friend about two.
Even as I say sorry Jiku bon Spartak Moscow.
Oh sorry
yeah.
Okay because CSK Moscow
yeah. Spartak but we so Busa say Carlos Queiroz or elite coach and also on elite coach if yes why if no why
oh elite depending on baby out the to so the baby out be or elite manager
okay
so she countries so moko World Cup no o rest our stand that sebre offer Hugo Bruce offer general look at the coaches around me can question omo dey o elite by the Nico Europa he doesn't belong to the elite
hey
oh that be you know no Carlos Queiroz Carlo Ancelotti mo grade A Thomas Tuchel mo beba B or Beko BD and I hodabre you know Carlos Queiroz
akasima ba ko na mienu na du mienu aboyese dey program no ba wie e wa ha na fe few messages meaning messages into me fabium the mon birthday wishes meaning bright e dey o ba ko sanso na buanim ba ko be free aba na ma menye me dey no time so ana ya pon na fe ye dey aka na ko say next time Estebel nyako ene your birthday Estebel nyako ene your birthday ofri achim ayire bi ba say enkran na owo the general our Italy and abusuafo ni nasem we show happy birthday owo se men kan say ne obi bia wo ka nyina no eda no so e wo Italy nti yere wona boka no na fa bill no bre no na obetua ni nyina ne paibo ne se obetumi abeka ukunu ho e wo Italy nti Estebel nyako happy birthday. All right. Me free ho na mako Tina Opoku Afra. Tina Opoku Afra na ye Tina birthday. Hey, Tina. Tina no wow.
Tina ne club ne ye de.
O say.
So no support to e.
Oh, Hiva.
So Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
Okay.
Yes, Tina Chelsea.
Yeah, open your grow.
Yes.
The former managers.
Oh, okay. Former managers. Oh, nice. Okay.
Stitch win that. Kessben dey free wide there. I Tina the home cat free as that.
Tina Opoku Afra our Greenwich London UK and our Obia so wish you happy birthday. Me do picture na to so no. Obia messages by easy. Tina amanfo nyina afio pa hwa wo sie why na kopon onhyira na onkoso a onye okese the special favor no onfa ennomo. Precious Akua Anima Mensa or KSTU. Precious Akua Anima Mensa or KSTU. And there your birthday. Omame ne unianum nyina omame Winnie. Winnie Fred Joso and the unianum nyina obia we say obia so wish you happy birthday we meet no and obia we say nyina say me wish you happy birthday so so ye na yero ho a suade na bema abusua no enko omo anim nti Precious you so happy birthday your time friend of Precious DJ happy birthday All right. BYT.
You know,
by empty-handed.
akwadaa baako.
Okay.
Your friend Gosway Ohene Jan Boatin. Na any birthday nti Gosway Ohene Jan Boatin. Happy birthday as well. Emfa Emma set and see a cinnamon.
Okay. Bonnie.
Yeah. Sikapa na say of Tech FM say or she Bismarck Yeboa of a man from happy birthday.
Okay.
So yeah, you more Shanito collections ne dofu as you do
All right.
and I say on we show happy birthday.
Okay, yeah, the best the live commentary ni video. Video live. I feel that they're free matches no Managerial Division 1 matches no the Abremo Kessben TV Plus Sanso and there could be an nyame aduma a draw the best about Tracy na edina and so Abremo the munina say we shall see a weekend news up next.